there's a whole page about it on TV tropes.
Okay, so Leroy Jenkins, I can see beer. I also feel like I don't know. I don't know why I feel like Jumper, but I feel like Jumper.
Like a pilot?
Like a like a paratrooper. Um, I don't know if they were actually involved in any way though. But since he was going Leroy Jenkins, that's kind of more loose with the term. So I feel like beer might be accurate.
I'm not. I'm more.
Uh oh.
I'm less certain about Jumper than I am about Beer. And that's
Well,
saying something.
then, then why don't we try for beer then?
All right.
Warming? Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Well,
Okay.
4 more costumes.
I love you, Wraith.
Are you serious?
I need to get my sound alerts working because they are not working for some
Okay.
reason. Awesome. Since I'm not logged in. That's great. Love it. Ah, there was a dashboard update. Okay. So.
I'm not as much of a
No,
costume
I know,
person as.
I know, but the fact that I said
Um. Oh, I bet I know what's wrong.
that's just my
Okay. Here we go. I bet I know
Okay.
what's wrong.
What do we think about Jumper?
Oh, Jumper as a piece of clothing. I could see that.
Yeah. And just the first two are helmet and boot, and Jumper is just another piece of clothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay, it's working. Fixes on the go. Turning into a pro.
Alright, alright.
Alright.
I'm thinking rat because of like Chuck E. Cheese.
He's so quiet. He's turned down really far. Okay.
And I was
Kel as
thinking
well.
groom because of like.
Turn her
doing
down
her
just a
hair.
little bit, which is weird
Yeah,
for
I can see
her.
that.
Well, I
Okay.
need to go and make me a cup of coffee, so I will be right back.
Alright.
Pretty much my answers.
Okay, I changed mic, by the way.
Nice. What else are you thinking, Ace?
I realized that I had put my mic arm up, so it disabled the headset mic, and I hadn't activated the other mic yet, so I was like talking to myself, and it wasn't actually going through.
You were
because I was
you
like,
were really
'cause-
quiet.
Well, I was completely silent because when I put my mic arm up on my headset, it completely turns off the mic. So I had flipped it up, and I was like, okay, so yeah, I can go ahead and talk about groom can also mean, you know, costumes for a wedding or something like that. But I was like, you wouldn't call that costume though. But no, I think Kelsey was partially right with the whole groom thing anyway, or at least it's a good lead. There were already 2 votes for Mountie in the first round, so I will go ahead and third the Mountie.
Okay, I'm good clicking that.
What if it's
Interesting.
Damn,
Leo
we are
Yeager
off. So,
for
okay.
Blitzkrieg?
I didn't say costuming again.
Very true.
Hey,
Yeah, but you did Hollywood, and there's Mountie, like, in films or things.
Football. Huh. Okay.
okay. Does anybody know the name Leo Jagger? Jaeger or whatever?
Leo Yeager?
That's Daniel.
Yeah, it's Daniel.
Okay.
I was thinking Steelers too, actually. Steelers
Yeah.
girl.
And
Oh,
Giant.
Giants. I could see that.
Oh yeah, I have no qualms with either of those.
Yeah, I'm good with these.
Okay.
Good.
Click on yourself.
Yep.
Nice.
Don't worry, my second voice will be here in a little bit.
Oh, good. Then we don't be confused. So I was actually thinking maybe Leo Jaeger was for Blitzkrieg
Why?
because it's German,
Because he's. Oh.
like the
Oh,
Jaeger
yeah.
part
I'm
is.
into that. I'm into that.
I mean, just connecting it because it's German is, I think, is a stretch.
Well,
You tried beer.
I mean, I honestly
Yeah.
like it though.
well,
I
okay,
like it.
but do we want to risk it? I don't know.
I mean, at this point, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, we'll keep
Yeah,
it in our
it's
back
gonna be the
pocket.
Next round, but
Keep
like,
it in our back
I feel
pocket.
like that one could be it.
Okay,
I think we should skip though for now.
okay.
Leo, I think I know the answer to your Blitzkrieg.
It probably is capital,
Wanna
to
DM
be
it to me?
honest.
Do it.
I'll probably confirm it later. Unless the card's flipped, then I'll tell you.
Incoming costume 2.
Yeah.
So who put together the custom pack?
I just threw some words together. Like I literally just threw the names of everyone who was in the call at the time and Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, you are pretty good at throwing words together. That makes sense.
They're very creative, weren't they?
Word vomit.
Oh, let me put some music on since we're playing Codenames. Live now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it right now. I think I found this.
That's an ad. Don't listen to that. We don't care. Okay. Good. There. Okay. Thank you, Ace. I do that with you every time I can when you're live too, because a lot of times you're live when I'm at work and I can't have the volume on, but I'll put it up in a separate tab or something just so you have a view.
Dark mode definitely looks weird. I'm so used to the regular mode.
I'm used to the dark mode at this point.
Ooh. All right.
Oh shit! I thought that was our team. I was excited.
Why do people always try and contact me while I'm streaming? Like I can go for like a week without anybody
The
texting me.
strings, when you tie up your string at the end of the thing, you knot it up around the, and then you know.
can't
I hope you
type
know.
back right now because my thumb.
I mean, you can imagine.
It's a stretch.
What's computer?
Because it's an specifically electric guitar. So you hook it up to like a thingy and then into the computer and you. Anyway. Again, just. Only thing I could come up with. Wow, that was two very different responses from me and Alex. Other than that, I don't know if, like, Joe 2.0 or Daniel play electric guitar, so...
Oh, I have not
guessing
watched
Joe
it yet
2.0 is
because I was
playing
at work all day and I couldn't. I have no freedom on my computer there, so I couldn't watch something that needed sound. But I did remember it. It's in. I know to go back to it. I will return.
You guys ever yawn and then your eyes water and start burning really bad?
No, not the burning part.
Oh.
What the hell?
I think it's just because my eyes are strained. They're burning.
I mean,
It's so hard not to rub them though.
Okay. So the logic that
think
I'm
I might
going
know
by,
what
I
he's
guess
going for
tip
here.
would make more sense because you play it with the tip of your fingers. That makes more sense than computer or not, I guess.
yeah, I like tip. Okay, what were our other two costumes supposed to be?
Yeah, because one of them's going to relate to this in some way, right? Like there's going to be an overlap. There has to be, because there was 2 more costume, and then even up before that, I mean, if it was costuming 4, there's costuming 4, you got helmet and boot, and then you had costume 4 later on, Hollywood jumper, and then again, still missing 2. And now we're getting 2 electric guitar. Then there's an overlap somewhere.
What about like?
Well, I'm thinking it might actually be not at that point. Because the
Like
knot in
tie
the
the
string.
knot?
Yeah, not in the string.
I'm
and
very
then also,
excited
like,
to see
knot
it,
in a-
and it makes me want
tie-
to-
tie a tie in a knot
Thinking
for a
about watching
costume.
it makes me want
Yeah.
to rewatch the
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Well, we just got electric guitar, and it's just
the
like
best
what?
movie in that series.
So we're
I
discussing.
know
the
nothing
potential-
about electric guitars.
Yeah, we were discussing the possible overlap.
Yeah, I can't really do that because
In
I have
fact,
to answer the
there were apparently
phones
2
and I have
more
to
costume
get up and help
groups
clients
left
and I.
over. And then also the electric guitar, so I said not.
My eyes and
you
ears are
just
not
have
my
the
own.
electric Guitar for when you end up attaching a string to the guitar, up at the top, you end up tying it around in a knot, and then you tighten I forget what it's called, but you tighten the flange or whatever it is to tune the guitar. So also with a knot, like you tie a tie in a knot for a costume. So I was thinking knot might be the overlap one. And that would also solve one of the costumes.
Yeah, I meant what you knew.
But we're kind of at a loss for electric guitar. And I thought computer because you end up like hooking up things to a guitar, that way you can actually play it and record how the guitar plays on a computer. Also the fact that you plug it into an amp is basically a miniature computer anyway. It's a DAC computer, but whatever.
Forgot how long these rounds last.
Yeah, especially when you end up with me on one of the teams.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
Yeah, with me, I know.
I'll go with not. And what were we thinking on tip?
Tips
Play
and
with the
fingers.
fingertips, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you were trying to connect not
But
and
I
tip,
think, knot falls in the costuming anyway. So we can probably go ahead
Wouldn't
and
you do,
put
like,
that for costuming anyway, just to let that
egglet or
Okay.
something like
This is your choice, so you can.
Yep, I was grabbing for my mic or my mouse.
electric guitar. I just. Thank you for the reason.
you
Yeah,
can-
the
Oh, I
reset.
just realized I am an idiot. For some odd reason I was looking at the 3 and thinking that was us. No, we have 4 left. There wasn't an overlap. God damn it. Oh my God.
So you admit the fact that there are
Well,
massive
yeah, I
plot
think that one just went
holes.
well with the costume.
Yes, there
That
are.
was something that was overlooked like Hollywood was.
I think that they could have split that into 2 movies, to be perfectly honest. I'm very excited to watch the
But
video
that's
now.
fine because you get one more guess.
I think
on
it felt
top
like they
of
just
how much
glossed
you're
over
actually
some
given
really
from them. So we can
important
still go
facts,
for whatever
and it's
two
just
we
like,
feel
this
like
is just
will
how it
be
is,
hard.
as opposed to explaining it, and that bothered me.
But it's not necessarily waste.
Convinced me with computers, so I'll go ahead and flip
Wow, thank you. You're just feeling all kinds of gifts of me today, huh?
that. You okay with that, Joe?
It is not the best one. It is not the best one.
I don't know. It's just I
Wait,
don't have anything better.
did
Right.
Reese stream
right.
today?
It's like that. Like
It's
to
Friday.
me, I'm not making the connection anymore. It's like I said, I don't know
Oh, but
if
she didn't
Daniel
stream yesterday,
or
did
Ray
she?
play Electric
Okay.
Cardinal, and it could be like really.
Yeah,
good for
okay.
them.
So
And
I was like,
Kelsey
wait.
doesn't.
You
I know,
texted me
I know.
earlier about her
Do
stream.
we have any thoughts on what the 4th costume would have been?
Oh
I'm
my
pretty
God,
certain
it might
was
be
the
me.
3rd.
It might actually be me because I was playing Clone Hero earlier.
Oh yeah, you play a lot of Clone Hero.
Oh, her birthday.
As soon as I read electric guitar, I thought
I wish
of
I
you.
had been working today.
Yeah, because
I
I
would've dropped
was
in.
literally playing this, and someone I
That's
was streaming
cool.
it while everybody was just chatting, and someone tuned into it. So
My
that might
birthday's
actually
coming up,
be
and I have to
at
decide if
me.
I'm going to come in and stream on a Sunday.
Okay, sure. Hit it.
All right. Oh my God!
Oh, you
Where's
with
the
the
black
black
card? Kiss and
Kiss?
Rat?
Kiss?
Groom,
Really? Not
Reagan,
electric
and
guitar and you didn't
disease?
say Kiss?
No, that's what I was.
Are
I
you-
was-
Go
what?
on.
I was-
The fucking band. I went
Oh,
to
the
lick.
band.
I went to lick. That I was like, when
Oh,
you-
boy.
they do that whole thing with like licking the strings, whatever, for the solo. I completely missed that. No, that's bad for me. Do you guys know what the guitarist name
April
of
10th
Kiss
is the
was?
day of birth.
What?
No.
Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley. ACE FREHLEY.
It's not the best one because Ghidorah,
Oh, so
Rodan, all
the-
the
the
monsters
second-
together.
the
It's
second
the
costume,
all the
you
monsters.
literally,
like,
when you were-
it's not like Godzilla
when you
is
were
that much
talking
better
about costume,
than
you
King
talked
Kong,
about
although
4
he is.
cards, and they were
but
not Jumper,
it's the
Hollywood,
combination
and
of
Kel.
all the monsters that just made it
Those were the only 4 that you talked about.
so much fun to watch.
Oh, Joe,
Hey,
to answer your
Jeremiah.
question, no, that was not right.
Yeah, what
What
was
was
our missing Blitzkrieg?
Wait, why does everyone think about me in
Giant.
costumes? That's weird.
So, yeah, so were you a part of the
Giant,
first
okay, I get it.
grouping of costuming?
No. The first grouping of costuming was it was helmet, jumper, Hollywood, and boot.
Whiter.
Okay, and then so when I said Kelsey and I mentioned that we had that
Yeah.
conversation,
When
the
you
costume
said
got put
when you
up.
said, when you
and
said
then-
costume, you would have said not jumper, and you were talking about Hollywood already. And Kelsey, I'm like, yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
I called it. I was like, I'm pretty sure he said costume 4 and threw in Kel in there because the fact that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure that's the whole reason why he went with that.
But he's not the best monster.
Ah.
He's barely a monster. I guess that's what that's
That's
my
all
point
good.
is. He's barely a monster. Like,
Alright,
did you
thank
see
Daniel, for the subscription.
did you what is that movie called? That one with Dwayne Johnson and the giant gorilla.
We should do guys
no,
versus
sorry.
girls.
Ooh, okay.
I'm down.
What was that called? Rampage. Okay, Rampage. It's
Wait, who's gonna be the
the
person? We're looking at.
thank you. Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Should we have an
They're not
honorary
monster
name,
enough.
Or just keep it guys.
The giant gorillas. They're just not monsters.
This is really I like that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now it's gone.
Okay. Well, it was Daniel on the left, and then the girls. Daniel is the honorary female, I guess.
Yes.
You get to hang out with a group of women. That's
I
not.
mean,
That's nothing to
that's-
really complain about.
No, exactly.
I'll join as the spy master.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Kel.
Look, y'all can paint my nails, but that's as far as it's gonna go.
You sure?
Who
That's
starts?
as far as it's gonna go. I actually don't mind my nails.
Oh,
A lot of people
I'm
say
right-
it
I'm
feels
first,
great. I
okay.
don't care.
Did
I knew you belonged on the side.
Hey, look,
What-
I'm
what's
here.
with all these? How many custom work?
Hey, look, I'm on this board.
9. It's literally just all of our names and Leroy Jenkins, and some of them will be included.
By the
Is-
way, I
is
saw
what
the
it's set to.
Leroy Jenkins, and I was like, this is perfect blitzkrieg.
It
And
was
Subtle
so
jumped
good.
on it
It
immediately,
was so
too.
good.
I wasn't expecting anybody to jump on that, but Subtle jumped on it immediately. I was like, yes, let's go, someone gets the joke.
No,
my
that's
mic
not
was off and I was
monstrous.
laughing to
That's...
myself, and then
what were the
Subtle
other
reacted.
things? What were the other
So
things
it
you were
was
thinking of?
Germany.
How is that
it was
more
Blitzkrieg,
monster than a lizard
it
with
was
fire
Leroy
breath?
Jenkins, 'cause the Blitzkrieg
Seriously?
literally just ran
That
at
makes
you.
no
They just
sense.
threw everything at you quickly. So I was like, all right, Leroy Jenkins. And the other was Giant because
The
it was
giant
kind of
apes
like
are
a
too
big,
close
like,
to humanity.
invasion in a lot of
They
places.
humanize them too much in the
Oh.
movies.
Okay.
Joe
You
thought
know,
I
that
was
you
going
can't
for
argue that they
Dragon,
didn't
like
humanize
Dragon.
King Kong.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
they gave
I
him a
did
little
think
friend,
about,
and
but I
they,
was
you
actually
know,
like,
he
no
has
one
facial
did it.
expressions that
Joe was
are
all
not
like,
just
I was
angry.
like,
They
I don't think
humanize
anyone's
them.
gonna get this besides
So
him,
they're
I'm
not
just gonna
monsters.
pick it.
Please, it's
Oh my God.
Panzerwagen.
In that case, every movie is a
My
monster
last name is
movie,
Reinhardt. I need
and
to
we
know
are
at least
arguing
a
about all the
little
wrong
bit.
things.
At least a little bit.
I mean, I know a little bit doesn't mean I ever use
Thank
it.
you, Jeremiah.
German is
Thank
limited to
you.
Ich bin verrückt.
Oh, that's my favorite archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh. Wow, that hit more people than I thought it would.
I mean, I feel like this is pretty cut and dry, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Look,
He knows the winning side. Yes, he is the
People
true
that were
king of the
trying to join
monsters.
them in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they were going up to
It's undeniable.
a place actually really close to me now.
I
to
don't
do-
remember.
They did like Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments and stuff like that. And they're like, come on, dude. You,
I
you
only
can
saw
beat Monarchs. It's actually
Godzilla
like a
vs.
decent
Kong
deck,
once.
and it's
I
like
don't remember what
12 bucks
killed
to
all
build
the
it
other
properly.
Kongs. Was that the
I'll buy it for you. I'm
Godzillas
like,
that
no,
killed
no,
all the
no,
other
thank you.
Kongs?
Next fucking ban list came out. Ether went to 1. Pantheism went to 1. Stormforth went to 1. They killed the deck instantly in the water. And then the next like major thing after that basically made Monarchs completely obsolete. So it's just like, okay, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't.
I'm just waiting for Alex to notice.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, well, I mean, this one, okay, there we go. Oh god, this is awful. Somebody was on a dating app and texted this girl and says, "You look like a Chinese. Are you an overseas Chinese?" And she's like, "No, I was born here." The person's like, "You look Chinese. You're very beautiful. Are you a hybrid?" They said, "Yes, thank you. I'm a 2020 Toyota
Yo.
Prius."
Damn it.
That's the only good response to that question.
Yes.
Holy shit.
The Skull Crushers, really? Yes, I do assume they're all dead.
Uh-oh.
I think we can go with Cook, right?
It's fairly obvious.
Yeah, I know, but is that allowed? I don't know.
It's not the full word, right? Or is it can't contain the word?
It can't contain the word. I don't think.
Okay, so
I
cooking
won't
cook.
object to it this time, but let's not do that again.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even see that.
I figured that happens all the time
You're totally
to
fine.
me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think we've all done that at least once.
Oh yes.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Well, I haven't because I'm perfect, but
I haven't seen the movie in
I
so
understand.
long. Now I'm not sure. I don't remember. If I'm gonna watch any monster movie, it's not gonna be that one. I have like a long list of monster movies I'll watch before I watch
no,
that.
he's perfect, so clearly he just understands everything. He's a scientist, you know. It's his job to understand.
Okay, so for this, I was thinking like butcher block or
Block of
Like
cheese.
a cutting block.
block of cheese. Yeah, thank you. That kind of thing.
That could make sense. I was
I
thinking
mean,
school because, like, you know, school cafeteria.
I was also thinking like cooking school.
Yeah, like Le Cordon Bleu.
Oh, like actually, yeah, cooking school.
Culinary school. And block parties. Lots of food at block parties. You should definitely go there.
I don't know. I kind of like these two.
I think I like school more than I do block.
I do
Okay.
kind of like rabbit though too.
Yeah, like you cook a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know a lot of people like cook rabbit.
Straw too, though.
You don't live out here in the country.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna forgive you for that attempt at a southern accent. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
No, it's just Rube. I was just going Rube. I just trying to sound like the one half of my family that I don't talk about much.
Probably a reason. Especially if it sounds like that. Cooking school?
I typically cook in buckets.
I mean, I did look at Bucket, but
I mean, you do live alone, so I'm not surprised.
your bachelor's bucket.
It's not like Joe's had a girl over to cook for. So anyway, cooking school, guys, right?
I think I like school better than block too.
Well, they click on it. So you guys think block next?
Hold up, you say this, you're talking all this shit, and then you have me as cooking.
Yeah, but you're not like a tasty piece of meat or anything that anyone's gonna desire, so we're gonna move on from that one. You're like 24-hour-old McDonald's fries that were in the refrigerator.
God.
That's
Jesus
disgusting.
Christ,
I
dude.
already don't
Holy
like
shit.
McDonald's fries when they're
It just keeps getting worse.
It really does.
What the hell did I miss?
I already
See,
don't
I
like
know he's gonna
Everything.
throw it back, and that's the part I'm looking forward to.
It'll come back.
It'll come back. Just when
I
I
What
already
did
don't
I
like McDonald's
miss?
fries when they're fresh.
you just don't like salt. That's all.
Alex, it's your turn to click one.
No, they're too tiny. There's like nothing to them.
Nice.
It's where you
I was
grab a
also
handful.
thinking knife block. That might be where.
Oh, knife block.
Because I
Yeah.
actually have one.
That makes sense too. I used to have one of those. Back
Also,
when I had a
could've been
kitchen.
bucket, crab bucket.
Knife blocks are actually not as hard to make as you would think.
Oh no, they're not.
I mean, you cut a hole in a block.
Yeah, pretty much.
Last I checked, you guys don't sound like that, so no.
It'd be hilarious if we got Animal 3, because I already know exactly where I'd go. Ram, Rabbit, Daniel.
But that's, see, it's an animal, not filthy animal.
I mean, we will have a kitchen. When we
Oh yeah, because then it'd only
finish.
be one. Daniel.
You
fair
hide
enough.
it. You know, I hear some really good Appalachian.
Just looking across
Do you do a
this and now I'm
soft
picturing
CH,
a
or is
rabbit
it
in straw
Appalachian?
armor,
I've
and
heard
it's
both.
adorable.
But I've
I
heard
mean,
that there's really
whoever has
good
Ghost and Joe 2.0, just put Wraith, boom, you got it.
folktale, like
Yeah.
just stories. I guess I don't know how to say it. I guess I listen to a podcast that tells stories of Appalachia.
I like how subtle is.
They're always very
it
interesting.
Has multiple meanings because it could actually be like subtle,
Like,
the
actually
actual, yeah,
subtle.
the original word definition of it.
Depends who you ask. Probably not you, because we all know how you feel about cryptids and creepy things. So. Oh, you're talking about how to pronounce Appalachia.
I'm gonna be watching
Got it.
Archer. Let me
I
know
got it.
whenever our time is to take in.
What are the rules on clues with multiple clues that contain multiple words?
As long as it's a proper noun.
Yeah, that's pretty much our accepted policy. Or if it's just like it is a coined term that is like 2 words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or more
Like-
than 2 words. And if you have questions, you can talk to the other spy master about it. Like
Yep.
DM Cal.
All right.
Yeah, the example they use in the actual rules is like New York. Like that's valid.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, really? That's cool. Haunted tunnels.
I guess maybe another one that we could
Yeah.
put as an example would be like Bond movies. Like specifically for
Yeah.
movies of Bond, rather than just James Bond himself.
All right.
Was I looking too sleepy? My bad. Sorry. Thank you. I don't know what I believe and don't believe about folktales. I think there's a lot of interesting things to be found in them. I think there are things that we don't know about in the world, and sometimes those things can collide. But in general, I'm not really a believer either, but they're always fun to listen to. Yeah, thank you for the surprise. God.
The rabbit in straw armor is riding a subtle moon engine.
I was thinking about ghost armor. I could see that as being like some sort of like Skyrim mod or something like that.
Ghost armor would be really
A
cool.
train tunnel. You know,
I'm also thinking about like ram
there's so
bucket.
many tunnels that have,
Like a ram
Like-
wearing a
I don't
bucket.
know, tunnels and
Just-
bridges in the middle of nowhere.
I would just a bucket of
There's
ram.
always
You just got a bucket full of
weird
little
stories.
ram, like
I was
blocks.
thinking like just like legs sticking out. You watch people play enough Dread Hunger, and you start thinking about those things, and
Yep.
they sound
Yep.
completely normal.
Plot moon, a plot to steal the moon.
All right, Gru. Every area's got
I
their
think when,
stories, but there are
What's-his-face
some
was
that
working on the Tesla. His ad
have
for it and
more.
his
Like
mom
Ohio
with
has
his
so
picture.
many
Oh,
weird
okay, well, I was
stories.
about to make a joke about this. I was gonna say, do you think he was dreaming of a subtle car engine?
Oh, I'm the red team.
Yeah, I was just looking through.
That'd be cool. I might even know what book it is.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because I know an author that writes books like that about every state,
and
and
definitely like car
I know he wrote one about Ohio.
Like bucket. It's a junk bucket.
I was kind of disappointed in this one about
that would
Montana,
be like
though.
that would be starting to stretch it if it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Rust Bucket is a classic one.
Oh.
Interesting. It must have been radio
Whoa.
then.
Huh. I really thought his engine.
Oh well, there's also Ram, which is the Dodge Ram.
Like oh.
True.
There were actually there's more than 2 for that. That was a
Okay.
little dangerous.
All right.
The moon could be a vehicle depending on where you want to go and how fast you're willing to get there.
Wasn't
I
there
think a
a...
vehicle would classify as a mode of transportation, not necessarily like how you would.
And if you get
Yeah.
on the moon specifically to go somewhere because you know that the moon's going to rotate to that position, then you're using
I mean,
the moon
technically,
as a
yes.
vehicle.
Yes, technically, you are correct.
But I'm sorry, we cut you off, Sassy. You were saying something?
wasn't there a Greek god who wrote the moon? Like they there was a chariot
Didn't
and
they like lasso?
no
There was a goddess of the moon.
yeah Artemis, but Apollo did that with the sun. Thank you, Vod. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was also Selene, who was specifically of the moon.
Yeah. I don't remember enough about that. Hey, Scott.
Hey,
I'm torn between rabbit and ram. I don't know if ram actually makes. Oh God, I don't know.
You're right. They
What
don't
do you
make
mean?
trucks.
Like on a farm, there's like a cow or whatever, right?
Well, okay, ram is
that's what a farmer would drive.
yeah, okay, that also makes sense.
Exactly. And you're laughing at it.
Hey, most farms, in all of the movies, the farm is always haunted, so it's probably ghost.
Wait, what about
Oh,
like
shit, yeah.
plot of land? You, like have a land is like a plot, like the farmland is a
And people
plot.
often
I don't know if
plot
that's
to
like a
steal people's lands.
What do you do? I don't know, like
No, you do buy a plot of land. That's true.
A plot of land and a dream? That, I mean,
Oh my God.
I was like literally thinking that 2 seconds ago.
Same. I was like, usually people's dream is like, yeah, I can go ahead and retire, buy a piece of land somewhere, you know, have a
I
little
know.
mini farm.
I was like, holy shit, my mind is really stretching here, but I'm glad it
Farms
was
make
Disney.
money.
Okay, I like
Shut
straw.
up.
I think
Stop it.
I think straw is very good.
I think straw is number one,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh shit.
That just made me second guess Ram being our clue, and maybe it was radio.
Huh, yeah, me too.
Oh,
Oh. See, that'd be really cool to have a person that you know like that.
That just like fucked up both sides.
I don't actually know what
Like that
Mad
gave
Cow
us a
Disease
point,
looks
yeah,
like,
but that just like threw me completely off.
but I'm sure there definitely have been cows that were thought to
Where's
exist.
the
That's definitely
blacksmith?
that tracks with how
It's,
people
it's,
think.
it's armor. We don't have to. We don't,
yeah, right. Like,
yeah.
and then
Now, hear me
Bucky,
out.
right? Like
Hear me out.
Steelers girl.
In armor, you know,
That's
he's
actually
the,
really
he's the steel
funny.
worker for the weaponry and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
So his girl would be the
Oh my
Steelers
gosh,
girl.
Classy, your sauce in the house.
Okay,
Where
I
have you
kinda
been?
like that. I'm not on your
How are
team,
you doing?
But I kinda
What
did
is
that
life?
It's
throwing
yeah,
at you?
It's a trip.
I like the ride. I like the ride. But like the bucket, you punch stuff in, right? Like,
Okay, but here's the thing. They had farm 3 and didn't get a single one of them. I would put the
That would
bucket
be
on
great.
the farm.
the bucket, bro. Well, the farm's gonna be. Oh, shit. What is the last?
He sounds a little bit like my
Why
grandpa, but
is
my grandpa
Alex on
doesn't
the
tell
board?
stories about that. He
Oh,
tells stories
Cecil.
about
Oh,
getting
well,
drunk
Alex on the board.
and fights
Maybe.
and stuff like
I
that.
forgot he just got in here.
Been busy?
I don't know who would do something like
Yeah.
that. That's
I
insane.
get it.
Oh, got it.
Okay, blacksmith.
I hope it's been a good kind of busy.
Blacksmith.
I think I'm wanting it to be the Leroy Jenkins too much. Like, I am stretching it. I'm like, yeah, that could work. And then the realistic part of me is like, no, it isn't.
Sometimes it's a good busy, like if you're
Blacksmith, and it's not.
doing
When
a
is
lot of
their
stuff that you
last
love.
goddamn
Like
farm?
if I was streaming
'Cause
every
bucket
night,
makes so much
that'd be a good
sense,
busy.
but you're right.
I would enjoy
I
that
know.
busy.
That's why I'm hesitant on it.
Oh no, I think I know
But
what their
no.
3 farm are.
Do you?
I think so.
Haunted, mysterious, murdered alien. This sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah. I was the one who was stretching it, but I think that I
I'm sorry,
know
it's been a bad
the
busy
3 for
sauce.
farm, and I think we're
Or at the very least, not a good one.
bucket. I think.
Okay. So,
I hope you're getting some
let me
time to relax.
also propose this to you.
Mhm.
With those 3 that are farm,
Yep.
does one of them interfere with vehicles?
AKA is Ram.
No.
Yes, I heard that question too.
I mean, possibly,
That's,
but
that's one. Okay, just say it, 'cause that's what. Like,
I'm thinking radio.
No, that's the
Farmers
thing
listening to the
part,
radio.
Man? No. No.
I was not thinking that. No. I think that bucket and radio might be ours.
Sus,
Radio
you don't
for
have to
the-
talk if you don't
for the
want to.
vehicle, and then bucket
You can
for
lurk.
the-
I mean,
Yeah?
yeah, to me, it's just bucket makes sense. So much sense for
Yeah,
both.
I like
That's why I'm hesitant.
Holy shit.
Bucket is, yeah. Bucket,
Ah.
bucket
No, I
was
just
my number one
I
as
know that
well,
when I
but it
feel
was like,
overwhelmed and
I was
busy,
just
I don't
like,
feel like
it's gotta be
socializing,
their
but I
father.
still want to be around people.
Wait.
Well,
I feel
So if
like
you just-
because
if you're
there were
there,
3
that's totally
really good
fine.
ones for farms,
Just
so
want you to know you don't have to
wrong.
answer me when I
I feel
blab
like
random
we're
questions
wrong
at you.
practice.
A long middle of nowhere ridge.
Possible.
That sounds like an excellent place to start a story.
Like,
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it actually was Steelers Girl.
Veggie tables. Okay, alright.
Eat vegetables, grow big and strong.
yeah, like a plot of land
Yeah.
and like a
the moon is actually a vegetable if you think about it.
No, it's cheese.
Race brain is like vegetable.
Too bad he's not on the board.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. That's great. I can't believe you put yourself in as that.
I put the names of everybody. I put everybody's name and I just put some of them will show up.
Oh gosh. All right. Talk to you later, Whiter. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Yes, I agree, but I don't think I should click it because I was wrong about straw, and now my life is just. Oh, Whiter says good night to everybody. Whiter says good night.
Night, Whiter.
Oh, bye.
Take care.
Asshole.
So I like your rabbit idea, but rams also eat well, like not necessarily vegetables, but like they're not meat eaters.
I mean, technically speaking, grass, like completely like on the side here, grass technically would be a vegetable, right?
I'm not sure.
No, grass is not a vegetable.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
So here's the thing. There is
Are
no
you going by
technical
the-
term for vegetable. Like vegetable doesn't actually mean anything.
Oh,
Vegetable
really?
just means
Yeah.
a part of a plant.
It literally has no meaning other than what we typically classify as vegetable.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like some sort of dumbass science.
There's no scientific. There's specific scientific
I
terminology.
haven't heard that one in
but
forever.
vegetable isn't a thing.
Oh, okay.
Vegetable. Actually, the
Wow.
definition for vegetable includes.
I forgot how realistic that sounded. That's creepy. Thank you. I'm in a closed room all alone.
Interestingly.
I thought the door was.
Because I know people
yeah.
are like, potatoes aren't a vegetable. I'm like, yeah, I know, they're a spud. Shut up. Anyway, I think we should let them talk.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I kind of. Okay. I like
Sassy, are you really saying ghosts are vegetables?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Ghost peppers.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta
I was
get it,
going
yeah.
much darker than that.
I would almost say ram more than that, though, maybe. I don't know.
We can go for rabbit because we were thinking about it for farm. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
make that
I
joke,
was-
Daniel. You're late.
Hey, you want
I was
do it?
trying to think of anything else that might be vegetables.
Okay,
that-
that's fair. That's fair. Should we do it?
Sure. I think I should not click it though. Yay!
Are we missing anything? I don't think
We're missing.
I think farm was bucket.
Oh, bucket. Yeah. I agree with
So
that.
I think that those are our three,
I think I agree with that. Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna end.
Thank you for the creepy
So
knocking.
what the hell was our other blacksmith?
I just realized I've been muted this whole time. That's cool.
Yeah, you've
I was
been
gonna
really
say-
quiet.
Yeah, no, I was talking. I thought I was unmuted because when I clicked on Joe 2.0, he said they've already made that joke, and I thought he was replying to what I had just said about it.
No, I was
No.
just watching the board.
Oh, when you were talking about ghost and vegetables, you said, "Oh, I'm getting really dark." And I was like, "Oh, if we're going there, then well, that's just you in bed."
Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit.
And then you said they already made that joke, and I'm like, "Dang, I really missed it." What? 'Cause as soon as I clicked it, he immediately replied that. And I'm like, "Oh, I was like, I didn't know it was muted." No, I was gonna say plot and rabbit. I would think just put carrot. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course, the Great Carrot Heist in 1937.
We don't speak about that heist.
I've been sent information about haunted places in Ohio. Ooh, very nice. Excellent. Put that in my lookout later.
wonder what the black word is.
It's probably Leo Jaeger.
It was me last time.
Yeah, it was Ace last time.
Oh yeah, it was. You're right.
First thing I said to Daniel, we must avoid Ace at all costs.
Ah, that's part of the course.
So Dream and Radio.
Yeah.
Radio.
What?
Like-
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Dream.
See, I immediately went to Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Ah. Yeah, but that's Enter Sandman, not Mr. Sandman.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
That's a really good
Moon.
clue.
Moon more than Radio. To me, at least.
I was trying to think if Moon is ever mentioned in the song. That's why I kept.
Well, I was thinking.
I know.
like,
There's
Sandman
worse songs to have stuck in your head,
like,
but
Oh.
yeah, it's definitely
that was
there
my
now.
Association with it, rather than the
Yeah,
song.
yeah, that makes sense.
But
I think
that
Dream
being
for
said,
sure, right?
if-
Like Dream, 100%.
it's up to you to determine if he would be referring more to the song rather than just in general.
Oh my God, Vaughn.
Because I don't really know everyone.
That's a little
that
ridiculous.
well
You're
to be
turning
able to,
into
like,
the
make
new
those kinds of guesses
Majestic
in this
Biscuit.
game.
I
I don't
wonder.
know subtle that well, honestly.
I
Oh,
wonder if you
shit.
actually have more or not. I don't know.
Too bad,
But
you don't have too bad we don't have Cal on our team.
I was just thinking that. And I'm like, Kelsey's on the other team.
I think Dream.
You're
though,
Lucky
for sure,
Charm
yeah.
because
Yes.
he
Joe?
just loses for you.
Yep.
I was clicking it.
Okay. And then I am good with Moon. I think
Okay.
Radio is ours anyway for vehicle, yeah?
I was thinking Ram because they cleared the farm. They cleared their farm category, which means that the Ram would have been.
You know,
the
that's
ve-
true.
like,
He's
I
a pretty
would've
good
put it with
insurance
that over the-
against
No, you're right.
loss.
So
'Cause he takes it all himself. He's
if
a
we're
loss
that
sponge.
confident about Ram, or at least more confident about it than Radio or Moon, should we click Ram first and then try to get the Moon or Radio?
I'm good with that, Joe.
Because they've got 2 left.
You guys can click it.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's completely on board.
Yeah,
which is a little
it doesn't
issue.
sound like you're sold.
Like, I'm not totally sold, but I hadn't quite realized they fully cleared the farm with Bucket, Plot, and Robin.
Yeah.
They still have their
So
other
I think
blacksmiths.
I am okay with Ram.
Yep. Okay.
Ah.
Damn.
Okay, so then I'm gonna guess maybe Radio was the crossover between Vehicle and Mr.
Yeah.
Sandman.
Alright, maybe it is Radio and Moon. I do like both of them.
Oh yeah, I do too. But it's also like the whole time I've been sweating the black card, so I'm thinking, with vehicles. I doubt he would have given us Vehicle with Ram being the black card.
Dementor.
Dementors are creatures, not ghosts.
Yes, but they're close enough.
What do you mean close enough? Ridiculous.
Okay,
I'll flip it.
go.
Oh my god!
Oh
They're raised.
Okay,
See?
so they're
Wow.
Raised.
See?
with vehicle.
Ghosts are a kind of wraith.
I just, with
You
vehicle.
could
I
have just wrote Wraith though.
Details matter.
But
Okay,
It's Joe 2.0. You can't put Joe 2.0. You can
that's
put Wraith.
his name, though.
But that would be like writing Daniel for Leo Jaeger. It's not one of the cards. You just as long as it's not a card.
It was Steeler's Girl for Blacksmith,
I
wasn't
even
it?
specified it earlier too, just in case.
I wasn't here for that.
anyway, for vehicle, I was you guys to go armor. Like armored vehicle.
Oh.
And then for the other blacksmith was Steelers.
It
Oh,
was?
it was!
Oh, God.
Oh!
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
And the other one for Dream for
that's
Sandman
rough.
was
I can
Radio.
see where she's coming
That's what I was
from. I
trying
can.
to go.
Yeah. Retrospectively looking
That
back
was-
at it, it was like, yeah, we kind of were on the right path, but then
That
we
was
decided
rough
to
because
go
you
down.
couldn't go like
mean, we won
gamers
anyway,
or
so
something like
yeah.
that because we still had Steelers
A dub is a dub.
But
Jaeger
the reason I
and
said
me on the
Ike
board.
Coles is I was
She was
trying
honoring
to
the spirit of
emphasize
it,
the
you're
whole
right.
thing and not a part.
That was rough.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Also,
This
Scott
one
pointed.
was difficult though.
Yeah, it looked
It was
like
a
even as
very-
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
rough.
There was a
Good job.
very, big mix.
Now that people's names are involved, it's like 10 times harder.
yeah, if we could like I don't know how the settings are, but maybe like throwing a cap in there, like there's a maximum of like 3 of the customer, 4 of the customer pop up or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
So
I was thinking like 1 per round.
I like having
So-
them.
the
I just think it's kind of hard for some of the people that don't like haven't been around as long, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but otherwise, like I think he's really cute. But
Yeah,
I just
so
think it's hard for
we
people
have
that don't know
2
everyone
options.
well.
We have just adding them to the deck, which would be 10 out of 810 cards, or we can make sure some of them appear. Is what it's been, and make sure lots of them appear is the next one. But
So maybe just adding them to the deck, I guess, and then they'll pop up every now and again.
yeah. What is it? Codenames Duet is an additional.
Usually I enable most of them, but not all of them.
Okay, who wants to be the spy master this time?
Are we keeping the teams, or are we shaking it up?
Looks like we're shaking it up.
Yeah, I was about to say, might as well go with the random shuffle, right?
It has
Shuffle,
been
shuffle,
shaken.
shuffle.
Alright, so I turned off Codenames Duet. It's just the base codenames, the 10 custom words.
Okay. All we can do is try.
Now who wants to be the spy master?
The only one on this team that hasn't been is Joe.
You want to be the spy master, Joe?
I'm in.
No names this time.
Yeah. Phew.
What do you mean, phew?
I was stretching, trying to actually get you guys to guess dealers.
Oh, and if you guys have more words that you want in here, like, just let me know. I can add as many words as I want, right? So, if you guys have more words that you want, just, like, send them to me and I can add them in.
I always want more in there, and then I try and think of some, and I'm like, well, maybe everyone wasn't there for that joke, and I don't know what to add.
Bring us some high tides forever. There is a company out there that is literally called Plant Life, right? Like, I'm not just.
Oh, I
imagining
have no
that.
idea. I'm sure there is.
There is a classification of things that is called plant life.
This is also true.
Well, it's guaranteed to be grass.
Okay, I kind of like green and grass.
Yeah, I definitely like grass.
Yeah, I'm down with grass. I also think brown. Because the green things into brown.
I also think it is something simple like that because it's literally just plant and not like plants, like with an S or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, like not trying to, like fancy.
Most oils come from plants.
If we didn't have anything else on the board, we might consider it, but no. Do we think ground or green?
I think green is pretty much safe. I'm just double checking for ground right now.
Tap.
I would
Okay.
just like to point out, it's hard for me not to. I'm sorry, you're actually trolling. Oh, okay. Ace found it.
Oh.
Yeah, there's kind of berry down there.
Yeah, look at that.
Bananas are a berry.
Well, I guess that's true.
I feel like a berry is like a bush.
Which is a plant.
I know.
No, there are berries. You know that
It just sounds like.
I know of several.
Is there
berries
another
that
one
grow on
besides
trees.
that?
Like bananas.
No, I
Like
don't mean like
bananas.
bananas.
I can't remember. I
mean,
thought
like
you got them
shaped
all.
Like little round actual
Oh,
berries.
smoke bomb.
Bananas are technically a berry in the scientific sense, not in the
No, they
kitchen
aren't.
sense.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Not in the kitchen sinks. But okay, so it's got to be berry, and I feel really good for green. The only reason why I was thinking
Wait,
tap is
wait.
well, I'm not saying we click anything. I'm just like discussing where
Okay,
I
okay,
find
okay,
it.
okay.
And then tap is another nickname for like a faucet or something like that, where you get water from to water your plants. And that's
Right.
my stretch.
That's a stretch. Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
you
you know
weren't
what?
thinking
Okay, I
about
can
like
do that.
tapping a tree for syrup?
I did think that when he first put it on there.
A tree sap tap.
Yeah, that.
Hello, Ark.
I'm just gonna say, I am like 100% confident in both green and berry.
I mean, these are some really obvious
What about
options.
What about ground?
I feel like green and berry are better than ground. Ground is like right behind them, but
I grow
they
things
are
in the
behind.
sky.
No. Okay, no, this makes
Well, it's
sense.
hydroponics.
So there's
okay.
green and berry are both describing the plant itself. Ground is talking about where it might be. Grass is an actual plant. Ground is less connected to plant than green and
But
berry.
Plant can be a verb.
Yes, and I looked at Spy and but still, it's not.
You plant into the ground. Like plant
You're on the other
verb,
team.
it into the ground.
Yes,
No.
but
I mean, you could make arguments for point on this whole course of trolling, but seriously, like, berry is from a literal plant. A significant amount of plants are green. When people think of plant, it's brown and green. Like, it's like, those are huge. And like I said, ground is right behind them, but it is behind them.
but I think we all agree with green. Okay.
I'm gonna click it.
Okay. So I do agree. I think
Berry, then that's totally fine. I just kind of like ground, but I understand.
we can keep it in our pocket if it's
understand
if we're
what you're
wrong
saying
on berry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. Whew.
Yeah, the second I saw berry, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the easy number 2.
Yeah.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Gonna be
then.
hilarious if it comes around to next round. It's gonna be like plant 3 again.
Oh, what?
I like this. I like this one. I really do.
Reborn.
Phoenix.
Okay, yeah, definitely that.
That's a good clue. Alright. I have another one to open
Yeah, I
up.
can see life.
Alright, I stepped away for a second, but I'm back now. I know you missed me. It's fine. I'm here again. You can relax. Phoenix is
Like,
good.
how we
Life is
definitely
good.
didn't even notice that you were not.
I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, of
was
all,
that?
Okay, I'm used to the
everything-
jealousy. It's fine.
everything here, I am most confident on Phoenix.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna flip it if that's okay.
Yep, you can go for it. Reborn. Litter as in like a litter of something being born.
That's true. Possible.
Did you just
If they end up missing one,
You just-
I'm pretty sure I know what.
One again? You want more?
Yeah, what would
It's
that
a
be?
little difficult.
Vaughn! Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm almost as confident on life as I was on Phoenix.
Yeah, I do like life a lot.
Hey, no more push talk. Yay.
Yeah, so that
Uh,
was still enabled for the mod role. Everybody else had it removed a long time ago. We discovered that earlier.
Oh, that's funny.
What
Guys
are
are
your
among
thoughts,
us.
Kel?
We're playing Codenames currently.
I think she just went to
Oh.
the fridge to grab a drink.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to switch to Among Us after this, or are we good with this?
I'm good with playing Among Us.
Yeah,
I'd be
you
down
got
for some
10?
Among Us.
I'm down.
Let me double check to make sure I got the updates.
So it looks like we're all good with life.
I probably should check
Yeah,
that
I
too.
think we're good to flip life.
Go ahead then.
All right. Reborn. Like reborn in fire for explosion.
So I'm thinking day, because it's like every day is
New
new,
day.
and like the sun is
I could
almost like.
I could see that. I could see that.
What game is that?
Oh, I like that.
The World Before. Oh, it looks interesting. It's dangerous. Every time I open up Steam, I'm like, ooh, what is that game? What is that game? I already have more games than I'm ever going to be able to play. Ooh, Loch Ness has an update.
The only other one that I'm even
Nice,
remotely
nice.
confident about aside from Day is Litter.
Oh! Darth Unicorn and Rusty Chicken are playing golf with friends.
I'm just thinking, what? Aren't there like sacraments where you're reborn, where they anoint you with oil? I
That's
don't.
true. There are, although with that it's more baptism than oil.
Yeah,
No,
but
there's
baptism
definitely
you get
oil.
Like it's part of the baptism.
No, it's not. It's
process.
not always part of baptism.
It's not.
But it can be.
Baptism
Frequently
is
is.
specifically all you need. Specifically, is water.
I guess I can only speak to Catholic baptism, as that's the only one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, like reborn with, in like the form of like Catholic, but I don't know. It's possible. Day, I guess.
I
would
guess
probably
I
be the
guess it
next
would mean.
best
I
one.
guess it would depend on whether you mean baptism by immersion or sprinkling.
Why can't it just be baptism? Why do we have to decide what kind it
Thinking a
is?
little too much on this though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like day.
Um,
Yeah. Are we good with
I
day?
like day. I
Ah,
like days too.
sorry.
If somebody
I'm
wants
so
to flip it,
tired.
I'd say.
All right.
go for it.
And then I think litter. Yeah. Like born.
Yeah, I'm more confident about litter than I am oil.
I agree. Are you good with litter, Daniel?
And Kel.
As in like litter of something being born, like litter of kittens?
Yeah, but they're not reborn.
Yeah.
So
I know,
reborn
but,
and
like-
litter doesn't. Oil would make more sense in that instance to me, but if you guys want to flip it, go for it. Just don't think it's litter.
We could also end guessing if you wanted.
I'm not really confident enough on anything else to guess if we want to end guessing there.
I'm okay with ending.
All right.
That was a really good clue. That was very interesting.
You have to guess at least one before you can end your guessing.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I don't know why you wouldn't.
I actually thought that was a rule, but
Is it? It could be. I don't know. I legitimately don't know.
I'm back.
Yeah, I feel really good about those three.
Yeah, I can't think of it, any others might be.
Knights and fighters are tough as nails.
Chocolate meal.
Man, I missed you.
It's difficult to make a ship without nails. Not impossible, but very
It's
difficult.
bolts.
It depends on how old the ship was.
Yeah,
Very
right.
true.
Depends when you're making it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Get stuff done.
I'm a doer. I'm a doer, not a thinker. Okay?
Thinking's for nerds.
Yeah.
The way
Says
you
the
get from me to
chemist.
spaz is to go hop from voice, then hop from name.
Mm.
I'm
Go
guessing nobody
Go
got
with
that.
the gut. No. I didn't.
So to get from me to spaz, you hop by voice and hop by name. So you hop from
Yeah, I
me
get
to
it.
the other voice, which is the other
Every
Scott.
time. We've all guessed 3.
Oh,
Ah.
oh, I know what this is.
Sub. It's gotta be
Sub and
sub. The
boom.
Red
Oh
October
no,
was the
no, it's
submarine.
spy. It's sub and spy. It's sub and
It's
spy.
got,
100%.
yeah, it's gotta be.
That's a good clue.
Yeah, there's-
Joe's
I-
giving
those
some
are literally
bomb
the best
clues.
options. Yeah. I don't. I can't see anything else that it could possibly apply to.
Daniel, Kel. I think Kel's gone.
Uh-oh.
But Daniel.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
I'm here.
But yeah, The Hunt for Red October was a novel by Tom Clancy in which a
Ooh,
CIA
a
analyst
heist. I like it.
deduced
Jack
that
Ryan.
a Soviet captain,
Jack
submarine captain, was defecting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be shocked if it were.
Along with all his senior staff.
See, spy. I don't think there's technically a spy in that movie, but
But it
Jack
is
Ryan
close
is
enough.
a spook. Like,
He still technically works for the CIA.
yeah. Well, he's a like naval analyst. He wasn't a spy per se. Yeah, I guess.
He
you
worked
say
for
He
the
was a
that.
spy in the movie. I'll tell you
He
about it
worked
after we're done.
he worked for the CIA. He did work. He was taken there by the CIA.
Was there an actual spy? Okay, it's been so long.
Yes, there was an actual spy in the movie, and the
Fighter,
I don't know.
definitely fighter.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Boom or.
The only reason why I went with Bugle is because of classically all the military wake-up tunes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. were
Right.
No, that's
I
that's
get
not
that.
what I guess.
But not for an aircraft carrier. I was just linking it through military, so it's a weak link. I'm not saying we
Yeah.
should go with that. Fighter's definitely very good. I
We need to
really
go
like
with
Fighter.
Yeah, let's
no,
go fighter.
know what aircraft carriers need a lot of? Gas.
And oil.
Kangaroos.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
oil to keep all them
kangaroos.
joints working.
that
I know, I was looking at oil.
I do like Boom better
That
than anything else.
That depends on how they power the
Yeah.
carrier.
Usually, to today's world, aircraft carriers and stuff like that, the
They're
big
nuclear.
ships, they have miniature like nuclear fusion reactors. Not
Yeah,
fusion,
yeah,
fission.
they can literally sail forever. Pending
As
food
far as I
and water.
know, though, the British do not use that because of the size of their carrier.
Oh, the heist be starting.
Awesome.
We all
I mean, no
escaped.
That could be.
one put in money. To
Very
The
nice.
French wanted to buy 2 nuclear carriers from, I think it was carriers or was it submarines? From the U.S. The French did, but then the deal fell through.
I click
Woo!
boom because
Damn.
boom because of also Sonic Boom
Oh.
because specifically
Yeah.
aircraft
Oh,
carrier.
that's a good
That was
idea.
like- that was my primary
Joe,
thought.
I guess there are other
Reborn
parts
was an
there.
amazing.
That was a great clue.
Yeah, that was really,
The
really good.
last one was for Jason Bourne, actually.
Jesus Christ, is Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
What?
Ah.
Spy.
Oh,
And also,
spy.
yes, there was a spy in Hunt for Red October. It was a KGB spy
Yeah.
that was
Oh, right.
in the crew and tried to blow up the ship.
Oh right.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
But there was
right.
also
You're
a-
right.
But there was
You're right.
also a
Nice
guy from
job.
the actual CIA in
Yeah,
there
but he
too.
was an
Uh,
analyst.
Thank
Jack
you.
Ryan. Yeah,
no,
Jack Ryan.
no.
Yeah.
The guy-
Yeah, we wanted that black
by
card
Tommy Lee
in.
Jones.
When is the last time we've done that?
Director of the CIA.
It's been
I don't
forever.
know
Yeah,
if
he wasn't
counts
a
necessarily as
spy.
an agent.
He'd count as a spy though.
Either way, regardless, it worked
really.
Yeah.
Spy is a very specific thing. Like, not everybody in the CIA
So,
is a spy.
Are we Among Us or are we more code names?
I mean, I'd honestly enjoy either.
Likewise.
Nobody else cares?
Anybody have a
I'm not
preference?
for Among Us.
Yeah, let's do Among Us.
Yoki dokie.
All right, let me boot up Steam.
Yeah, regardless though, I thought the clues were really good that time around. Joe, you did a great.
Yeah, you guys both. Honestly, both of you guys respect.
Joe, if you had gone first, I'm pretty sure you'd have nailed it and we'd have lost.
All right. Goodbye, music.
Yeah, I think that one was just who ended up going first.
We did have really good clues that round.
Yeah.
I think I'm off for tonight. I don't really feel like playing Among Us. So. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Good
night.
night.
Oh, sorry.
Night, Cal.
Night, Cal.
So I just got offered $700 for that graphics card I'm trying to sell. I messaged the guy back. I'm like, dude, that's not even MSRP. Like that, you're asking for less than what they're actually selling it for direct buy from
hey,
the
my
people
Discord
without
thing is
markup.
working this time. Yay.
Yikes.
He just messaged me back, says, I thought MSRP was $599. I must be looking at a different card. I apologize. I think you're looking at the 2070.
Oh, you're selling your graphics card?
Yeah, I ended up, my name finally came up on a waiting list, and so I bought one on a loan, because I got a 0% finance thing from a firm. So I went ahead and bought that, and I'm reselling it. And I've already had some pretty good offers, but yeah, this guy just offered me $700, and the MSRP direct buy, which is no markup, no middleman, nothing like that, is $719.99 on it. And he was like, "Will you take $700 for it?"
No.
Yeah, it's sealed, brand new in the box. It arrived here. I opened up the box, took a picture of it, posted it on Facebook.
What type of card is it?
3070 Ti. It's the XC3
Oh.
from EVGA. Oh yeah, yeah. I want to keep
Oh.
this thing. I want to keep this thing, and I would be able to if I had
think I
any
have any
clue
trees
of what,
left.
when I'm going to be hired on in this AGM position that I know I'm going to get.
How
I
much
just have
you selling that bad boy for?
Well, I immediately, within like an hour of originally posting it,
Must go check.
I listed it for like $12.50, and immediately I had someone asking, "Hey, so when are you free so I can pick it up?" Like asking same day, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I think I listed this too low."
Yeah, I got enough more of that anyway.
Once. I put it up for $4,000.
I still have
and,
2 more.
I had 7 inquiries.
Exciting. That is
that day
exciting.
before I got home, from people going, "Hey, can we? When can I come by?"
I can hear my.
It's
my
the whole
voice
reason
in
why I never
someone's
listed it in here
chat.
or really even like talked about it that much.
Who's making the lobby? Should I make the lobby?
Yeah, why don't
I'll
you
make,
go ahead
I'll
and
make
make
the
it?
lobby. What
Yeah,
map
go
do we want?
Wait, isn't that
Oh,
what
is that?
Polus?
Let's make the biggest map we got.
I mean, we have
Sure,
nine.
we don't have that many
Yeah.
people.
Let's
Yeah,
do
we-
Polus. Let's do Polus.
Yeah, we've got
Alright.
10?
We can switch
Was it
to airship
nine?
later if we get more.
9.
Yeah, we got 9.
Alright.
We want 2 imposters.
Yeah, 9 is enough
Yeah.
for 2.
As long as I'm not one of them.
Everybody checked it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me. How do you post it in the thing?
I have
If you
no
go to your
idea.
Discord, it says this supports invites, and you click the invite button.
Also check at the main menu to see if you guys who don't have the Polus Cosmic Cube, if you can buy it yet. You need 3,000 of the jelly beans.
What?
Thank you for the reminder.
The what? Are you talking? What are you
There's
talking
there's kind of like imagine like a battle pass essentially. It's kind of like that in this game where there's a Mira Cosmic Cube that we all have, like when you're like in game customizing your character that you can access on the
Oh,
main
so
menu.
I'm
all the
always
way back at
sus.
about? So it's an aesthetic item. It's not really.
Well, it's a path that you activate, and then you start earning points, and then you can go ahead and buy the stuff along the way, like the Mira Cosmic Cube. Except this one, the Polus Cosmic Cube, costs 3,000 jelly beans, and you have to buy it from the main menu. Once you're in game, you have to go all the way back to the main menu. So I'm reminding everybody before they get into the game, check the main menu. It's the when you're let's see, let me go back. So if you click the little cash icon down on the bottom, the second to the right tab where it's got the red, blue, green, and yellow squares, It'll be the Polis Cosmic Cube that should be in the middle. It'll say 3,000 jelly beans. However many jelly beans you have are up at the top. I'm at 1294.
I've got 838 jelly beans.
Okay, so you won't have enough jelly beans for that just yet. You get random points to use in the Cosmic Cube that you have selected, and jelly beans at the end of every game. The better you do, the more
I need more points.
whatever that you get, and then
I want to
they
buy
also, like, have
a lot of this actually.
kind of like a slot machine-esque thing that happens
Ooh,
where you
I
can
like
get
that.
a multiplier
But
to it as
I'd
well.
have to get rid of my knife if I did that. Oh
So,
man.
Harking back to the last game. Right? Yeah, Rafe?
I am always the imposter.
Every
I
time
hope
you
not.
opened your mouth, I wanted to strangle you. I was like, shut up! 'Cause they're all going right for it. And you're like, well, no, this is a reasonable thing that's not anywhere near it. I was like, just shut up!
That is exactly what Wraith does.
Yes, it is. And I was sitting here going, and it's okay when you're on my team, but on their team, shut up!
Where, I put the code in chat. Where is the invite thing?
It's
Where do I
like
Private. Oh, you go online and private.
no. So if you go into your Discord itself, it's gonna be like right above your voice connected. On the bottom left, there's gonna be
Okay.
like it's a button that says like invites supported or something.
Invite to join?
Yeah. Yep.
But I can
And-
only invite specific people.
I think it may be dependent on what channel that you have open at the time. Like if you're looking in party games, then you may not have. Well, wait, no, you're a mod. You should have permissions to be able to post them there that way.
I can do it as
I still
as a
have no
non-mod.
idea why
So,
I'm a mod.
if you're in the
Oh,
party
create
games
an
chat-
invite.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh no, that's for inviting friends to the server.
Oh my god, somebody's offering a chance for me to buy followers and primes and viewers? Wow.
All I can do is add or invite specific people.
Man.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Got it.
There we go.
Sweet.
It's in the it's
Lost
in the chat
opportunities.
bubble. Little plus.
Well, who's got that flying saucer as their pet?
That would be
uh-oh.
Ace.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. I have two of these because all the pet packs come
Sorry
with
about
two
that, guys.
pets.
I'm back. Dog said to go out.
It's all
Trying to
good.
argue with the fur kids.
Link is in the chat.
Or you can, but the consequences are pretty, one-sided.
Yeah.
So are we not doing any of the special roles?
Oh, I didn't even. We can.
Oh,
I'm
do we
down
have
for
a
special
lobby
roles.
made?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the party games chat.
Yeah,
Both
Spaz
an
picked
invite
up your
link and the
slack.
text. There you go.
What do we? What are we thinking as percentages on these?
I usually just do like 20% or whatever.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking Polis,
20%.
9 people, maybe slightly
lose someone?
elevated for the innocent roles. No, we just have 9 in Discord.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we had one more at one point.
Kelsey was gonna hop off.
Kel back
Kel
there.
hop off.
She's got an interesting schedule. She's like sleeping for 4 hours and gets up and then like goes half the day and then sleeps another 4 hours and goes half the day.
Yee.
Well, I mean it's like instead of sleeping 8 hours all at once, she's still getting her 8 hours. They're just broken up.
Yeah, and that's apparently actually
That's not
healthier.
great.
But
I've
I don't
heard a
know.
lot of stuff about that recently, that's like how
Isn't
people
that the
used to do it.
Einstein theory? 20-minute nap every hour.
Good luck.
Oh, thank God. Ugh. Oh, we have like no tasks. Ooh, this is gonna be quick, I think. Spaz. Hello. I don't have anything down there, so I'm just gonna let you go do your thing. Subtle. Ace. Shit. Oh my. Ah, no! Damn it! Damn it! Son of a bitch. Man. Come on, guys. Someone find me. Oh. Oh, I need to change
So
my...
Joe has been dead since probably about 6 or 7 seconds, at least, before the lights went off just this last time. This is Sassy. I'm gonna hold on to where she's dead at.
Yeah, no, we be
Where's everybody
dying. We be dying. We don't be killing.
I was in the. I was
I
up in the
saw
left.
Sassy at the med scan, and then I went to specimen, and
Yeah.
somebody came into specimen with
That-
me. I forget who.
Huh.
With you. I came into specimen afterwards.
Well, not with me, but after.
Yep,
me.
that would
By
be me.
specimen, you mean bottom right or top bottom right or top right?
Bottom right.
The specimen.
Okay, yeah, I was
That
top
is.
right.
Wait, that's Wraith talking. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wraith was also in specimen, and at the very end of the game of the round, Leo was also in specimen.
Yeah, I came in through the top from medbase side. There were some few. I think I saw Subtle was still up in laboratory when I left,
Yeah,
Where's the
I
body?
just finished.
Where's
I
the
just
body?
and
Finished,
so I just came down, and that's when I saw.
yeah, I just finished.
Ace, where's the body?
Oh, oh man, I gotta.
It's
adjust all these
it's right out.
settings.
It's just outside the door at drill. So that puts Subtle and Daniel within the appropriate
And Wraith,
range to
and
kill.
Wraith,
And,
and me.
And Wraith.
Well, I mean,
I don't
the
think
people,
this was
okay,
Wraith
the
or
people who
Spaz.
were
We
already
both went through
in
the
specimen
door.
did not do this. People who were already in specimen did not do this. It was the people who came later.
Okay.
Oh, Joe's not even here. He's not gonna use his roll. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta up task. This is way too short.
Damn it, Joe.
All good. It's just the first round. It's warm up.
And we can see
Okay,
the test
good.
going up too.
Oh yeah, those are on live as well.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I could pull some scumbag
I'm not
plays
used
with
to
that.
having this much crewmate vision either.
That is big, isn't it?
What are you doing? Are you evil? He is. OMG. Wow. Wow.
Spaz died 10 seconds ago. I saw it live on Vitals.
Well, that's convenient. I didn't have to wait for for decontamination to open.
Oh, that was you at bottom decontamination?
Yeah.
Actually, side note, I didn't get to say anything last round. Last round, I was with Alex on the left side. This round, I didn't see Alex, but I'm on the left side because I went back down to finish the damn spinny tasks, the
Water
wheels,
wheels.
Yep.
because
The
they
water
suck.
wheel.
I was
Yeah, those,
Yeah, I was
those
right
take
side.
forever.
I was with
Wraith.
Alex in med lab almost the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I went direct
I
to the first water wheel, then over to do the garbage thing, and then to do the next water wheel, and now I have to go out and finish the last one.
Well,
Where's the
Daniel,
body?
where's
I
the
can tell
body?
you my exact path for the entire.
We don't have
The
time.
body's
We don't have
dead on
time.
cameras. The body's dead on cameras, so that puts Vody on that side of the map. I turned
Wraith.
the lights back on.
What? No, it doesn't put me on that side of the map at all.
No,
I
no,
was
it
literally
puts
on the
you on
opposite side of the map.
The only reason why I say that is I saw Wraith heading towards.
Wait,
I don't
there
know.
was-
I don't know if he went into comms or if he went over into vent and garbage chute, whatever. Blah blah blah. When I was coming
This
to the wall.
voting
Comes
time
at the
is
very
so
beginning.
low.
I
God.
know. I know. Can we just agree to do a skip here and then I'll button.
No, we don't
Yeah.
have time. We don't have
Yeah.
time. It's 6. It's a double kill
Ah,
wins.
damn it. Well, I know that's why I was saying
Guys,
if we
guys.
agree to do a skip and then we allow the button to go on to give us more time. You know.
And
There's
that's
a-
not
there's
fair to the
a-
imposter.
This
I
is
know. I
messy.
know.
This
Well, I mean,
is
we'd have that much time
messy.
anyway.
We'll fix it next game.
Yeah. It's...
Yeah, it's like I said earlier. This is kind of like just a warm up. Everybody's getting into it kind of deal.
Yay!
It's It's not a serious
How long has it been since I actually finished all my tasks? Oh, imposters are having none of that shit.
What's going to the left? What's somebody on the right?
Excellent report.
Well,
It's
that's
Alex. I knew it was Alex because she chased me as soon as the counter on the button went down. And
You
they
saw
just
me
started
vent as a
double kill.
ghost. That's
I
something
wasn't
else.
chasing you. I was trying to get
Who's
this
the other?
done.
Okay, well, 100% you just killed Wraith in front of me. The other person there was Vody. It was
I
me,
didn't kill
Vody,
Wraith.
Wraith. Yeah, you did. It was me, Vody,
That
and
was
Wraith at the thing. So
No.
Alex just killed.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, which side are you talking about? I was on the left-hand side holding the button down.
Yeah, it was you, me,
I was
Alex.
I
and
didn't,
Wraith.
also-
I didn't see anybody.
I was
because-
on the
The-
left hand.
see-
I was on the left hand one.
Chaos.
Yeah, I was on the left-hand side too.
Pure chaos.
What?
Okay, so who actually had their hand on the device? On the left side.
I couldn't see anything because that was out in my face.
Okay, so Scott and Subtle had their hands on the thing, and then
Alex killed Wraith right.
and then
in front
okay,
of
and
me.
then
I didn't
Daniel
kill Wraith.
saw Alex kill Ray.
Why are you cute?
Where's the body?
It's going to be on left
the,
side,
On the left, yeah, it's on the left platform.
Oh, I mean, like with
leading
everybody.
up to the,
Wait,
the
what?
thing.
Oh.
It's Alex,
Daniel,
100,000%.
Daniel,
She
no,
literally
no,
killed.
no. You're just straight up accusing me for no reason.
I mean, either he's right or he is the imposter and he has played this correctly. I mean, either way, it's a hell of a hard choice, and we don't have time to, come
really-
up with the right.
Well, looks like we.
Aha, you fool! No, I'm just kidding. Alert me, shock, someone believe me.
I didn't want to, but I did. I voted you the round before.
Oh, that's okay.
Whoa. That was weird.
So I'll mute your mic.
Sorry.
Okay, I was walking up towards light, spamming the button. Great. This is going to be a bit tricky. Who,
I was coming out of Specimen. I was a long way away from lights, but I was coming out of Specimen to go fix them because they were taking forever.
Okay, and then so that was Scott, aka Vody. So then, Subtle, Rusty, where were you at?
Somebody was following me around, like down south in the middle, and then I split off over toward the.
Where in the middle?
Specimen.
What are you talking? Are you talking about like the meeting room?
No, outside, and then I went through admin down to.
Okay, Scott, where did you
Wait, I
end at the
didn't
very end of the
see-
round?
I
Scott,
didn't
where
see-
did Scott? I need to know where did you end at the very end of the round?
I was just coming out of Specimen on the bottom left, and I didn't see Subtle.
Did you make
I
it
split
out
off
of
when the
admin?
lights went out.
Oh my
No,
god.
I was just coming out of Specimen, literally, as in
I hadn't made it to there yet. I was
Okay,
on my way
this is a bit annoying because there was someone in office with me. I was an admin. Someone was in office
there.
with me.
I was
hadn't
walking
made
through
it
there on my way to the.
I mean, literally, the door had just opened.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
God.
GG. That's GG. We lost.
You know, the short voting time actually kind of adds a
Real
little
pain.
bit of urgency to it.
Sure, but real pain.
Yeah, it does. It's a challenge. Definitely hard vote.
Oh, he's gonna try. Good.
Gotcha.
Wow. Very
Oh,
good.
nice!
I had one more task
Okay.
left.
Dang it. So freaking close.
Sorry.
Who were the?
I could hear
Who
you
was Alex
almost
and me?
laughing when you said you
Who
were
was
doing
the other
it. Alex.
imposter?
It was Alex and
Howdy.
I. Daniel's right.
Oh.
So, I'm not gonna lie, Vody, I didn't suspect you really at all, except for one thing that you did. and that was when the button got called, the sabotage was called. When I walked over, you stopped and stood like a good distance away, like you were keeping an eye on me. And when I moved forward, then you would move a little bit back. And I'm like, that's so weird.
Actually, okay, I understand why that would be sus, but I'm having trouble with I use a separate keyboard tool that has lots of recordable commands and everything, and it also has my direction keys on it. But I think something happened to the cord, so it keeps cutting in and out. So it'd stop.
Oh.
I'd have to reach over and hold the cord up so that it would recognize again, so I could move, and then I'd have to.
I would.
Oh no.
I would say at the very least I would up the voting time on this.
Yeah, no, I changed it.
Yeah.
It's at 135 seconds now.
So I would take that off, and I would put. Yeah, okay, taskbar update on meetings. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, more tasks, right?
Oh, yeah,
I'd say,
yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
too long, 4 short, and then I don't know if you want to do 1 or 2 common tasks. Those everybody has their own preference for the common tasks because
I really don't care.
obviously they can
Yeah.
be used as a
I
deduction
do not
tool.
even
Yeah.
notice them.
I don't care.
2 long, 4 short.
I would be fine with that. Yeah.
Four
So
short
so the
and
definition between the
two
short and long
years
tasks
ago.
are whether or not they.
So
take
I'm
place
adding a
on
long
multiple
task and a
occasions.
short task then. Is that enough?
Yes.
But long task means multiple parts.
Yes.
Yes.
So like gas can,
Holy shit, Vaught.
fueling engines. Wiring's common task.
You're a
Wiring
madman.
is Literally 3 different parts.
Yes, but it is a common task. Wiring, badge swipe, and card swipe.
Huh.
Or, I'm sorry, on this map, it's the badge scan, keys, and wiring are your 3 commons.
Yes.
There is a card swipe.
Yes. What is there on this map though?
There's
Yeah.
key.
No,
Yeah.
no, there's
card.
badge
There's a
scan.
card. There's a card swipe. There's the flip over, and then there's the keys.
Oh my god.
Is that wait? Is that too short? You?
No, this
That's
is
for-
normal.
This is fun.
No.
Okay, this is hard after the last one, I will say.
Oh
Maybe
no,
you're
lights
also
are out.
popular.
I can't see. Okay, Joe, Wraith, and I. You're not that far away from a shit ton of Skittles. I should add a redemption for like a huge amount of Skittles that's like, well, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be bad to do that, to have like a diabetes, like you trade in your Skittles for diabetes or something. I don't know. I am not about to kill. I'm about to die because I'm terrible at doing this. Okay, there we go.
Leave me alone.
Ah, Alex found.
Give me
it.
some
Okay.
personal space, Daniel. God,
Personal
What?
space.
I'm in the fucking bathroom.
Oh, yeah, he likes to do that.
Wait. I
Wow.
Really? Really? This again, dude? Really?
Jesus Christ, dude.
didn't see. I'm mildly suspicious of imposter vision because I didn't see him. I walked right to the entrance of it, didn't see anybody, so I left.
You walked right all the way back. I was literally standing on top of the vent.
No, I didn't, Chief.
You 100% did. What the? Are you smoking something?
Wait, why were you on the vent?
There's a
For
wiring
funsies?
test there.
Why would I not
There
be
is
on the
no
vent?
wiring this
Yeah,
happening.
there isn't. That's why I was like, there's a wiring test there.
Yeah.
But
No, I was just standing on the vent for
everybody
funsies.
I will say this, not everyone, I don't think, will have wiring.
no, nobody has wiring because wiring's not the task. Common tasks are shared by everybody. Everybody has the exact same set of common
Oh.
tasks. So the fact that we don't have wiring, nobody here has wiring. It is not
Yeah,
the task
right.
this round.
Okay,
so that's
but
why I was like, so why?
Okay,
did he do that?
but Wraith and Jaeger commonly stand on vents. That's
Also,
I
there's the
would
whole engineer
never.
thing.
so. Alex, what's up?
Okay, Ace, what were you doing?
So I had just come out of admin room. I had seen Daniel in there. I went into
Damn, I didn't kill multiple
yes,
people.
in admin. Then
I didn't kill
went
nobody.
into the
Horse
comms
bass.
room, turned off the Wi-Fi, and then
He
I was
always gets
starting
killed
to
really
head.
early.
Did you go directly?
Yeah. Right after admin, I walked out, unlocked the door to comms, walked inside, turned off, went to walk back out, and then that's when body was found.
Okay. Where is it?
Good enough for me.
Everyone else really quick.
I'm still left side. I crossed
I
paths
had
with you,
just,
Alex,
I
earlier.
had just gotten to admin and I was looking at vitals when the body was reported.
Okay, Sassy.
I am doing the node in Death Valley.
Okay. Daniel?
Daniel was being
I'm
keeping
still
Tom.
in lab, so
Okay. And I'm sorry, Body, where were you?
Trash, bottom left.
Okay. Okay, so the body was in weapons.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I saw Jeff over there, but I could also see him just
I knew it.
going
I didn't
directly
look
to-
inside. I don't have weapons.
Well, yeah,
I see you,
don't
Jeff.
Think, I don't think that you went that way. I think I saw you going directly up to comms, but you were in the area. I don't
Yeah.
see you.
Sus on Joe.
I also would have. Oh, never mind, it's over.
Sus on Joe, because he and Wraith and I did lights the first time. And I don't remember where he said he was, or if he did. A little bit sussy on Joe. Oof. Ah, I knew it. He was standing too still for too long. God damn it. Oh. Yes. I am gonna do my tasks for my team, damn it.
Someone
Not the
killed the
streamer.
streamer.
That's all I am to them.
They call me the doorman.
quick! Somebody
Daniel?
clip it. It's evidence.
Daniel, Wraith, were you still on the bottom left?
Yeah. I just finished my second water wheel and was running up the hallway towards like where lights and cams room is. I was just gonna pop out that door.
What about you, Wraith?
I opened all of the doors in the O2 hallway multiple times.
You were on door duty, my friend.
Again, they call me the doorman.
Ace, what about you? Where were you?
I was just up in labs with Alex.
You call me
Yeah.
the doorman.
I was
Okay.
heading up. I was
Joe?
heading up through specimen up toward the labs.
Subtle.
I'm
Yeah,
currently
subtle.
I was heading up through specimen toward the labs.
Alright, Joe.
I'm currently locked into communications. I started at Vitals area with like 4 people. I crossed Ace, who was coming left to right, and I ended up in communications.
Yeah, so my path,
Yeah.
because I know I was
I
suspicious
saw
from
Ace
last round.
start from. I mean, he was at weapons at one point or another.
I walked out of admin, went up to lights. I turned them on, went down, turned on the Wi-Fi, and then went up to lab. Telescope was coming back out, and
Okay.
body.
Well,
Ace
poor,
is
poor
evil.
Sassy is dead in. Okay, and I always get this wrong. Not the meeting room, but the one on the right.
Vitals.
Where Vitals is.
Vitals. Sassy is dead in
Okay.
Vitals.
It doesn't technically have a name.
So I left
Isn't that
Sassy there with
considered part of
Settle
admin?
and
Yes.
Steelers at the beginning of the round. It was Settle, Steelers, and Sassy were the 3 left in that room. That was
Ace is
very early.
evil. I should know because I am
In the
also
beginning of the
evil.
round? The beginning of the round, the lights were off.
Oh yeah?
We are partners in crime.
How did he?
I don't know.
Um,
Joe and Vody look pretty evil. It must be the eyebrows though.
It's the eyebrows.
I can see that. Daniel's innocent as all can be, and so is
See,
Alex.
that's because of this little blush.
See, what I'm going for though is like I look really innocent while there's a giant explosion going on behind me, because you know, like Everywhere I go,
Oh,
everything
nice
explodes
contrast.
and burns. Yeah. And let's please ignore the fact I'm in a prison jumper.
I don't get it.
In any case, Sassy's, like I said, dead in the.
Well, that's just
yeah,
because you have a
there's,
smooth brain.
there's sus everywhere.
Now
to
I'm
go on
extra
this one.
sus of Joe.
Yeah.
Because he.
Well, I mean, it's
is
vital,
not
so
great.
Well,
like,
not
everybody
everywhere.
goes through there.
I don't think that Scott and Sassy are it.
Thank you. Excuse me. Oh man, 2 rounds in a row. I done finished my tasks. What you gonna do, Solo? Huh? What you gonna do?
You want to come clean or what?
I did it. You caught me.
I believe it. No, I don't. No, not at all.
What? But you all saw me vent at the beginning of the round. I'm evil. Why won't you believe me?
Did he really?
No, I would never.
Anyway, I was in the lab. I was recording the temperature.
Where's the body, Daniel?
I'll let the killer tell you. You want to come clean or you want me to say who it is? I give you a chance. You can stand before the jury.
I told you, I did it.
I mean, you've been awfully bad.
It's because I'm evil.
Ace?
Every villain is
Stand before
Lemons.
the jury?
I'm sorry?
I knew he was bad. I told you from the beginning, didn't I?
No. That
Lights go off. I'm running down through specimen. You run right through me, and I immediately get a report button as soon as I walk past you.
No, I'm camping out in dropship.
Is there a shapeshifter then?
Oh, he pulled out the
There's
shapeshifter.
gotta be, because I'm camping out in dropship. Like we had so many people alive going into this round. I was like, I don't need to camp vitals and try hard this. I'm done. So I was like, I'm just gonna hide out. I'm gonna hide out.
Oh
It's
wait,
not
Subtle
Joe?
also has the same bodysuit on. Wait,
What?
you guys have the same outfit on. That's the only part I saw.
Good enough for me. Murder.
Wait, but Subtle was behind me when I went in, so there's no way it was Subtle. Not this one, at least.
I am a little suspicious.
He doesn't have the
of
same
last round, I guess, but
bodysuit on. Oh, the clothing, I see.
I'm confused.
Dude,
You're
I
confused.
literally have a
Take
towel
the
on
shot.
my head. How
Do
did
it.
you?
Do it.
Because the lights are off. I
well,
can't really
it's 6.
see
We
the
have to
lights.
vote on somebody anyways.
I know I'm gonna be the only person voting for this person, but it's interesting.
Did you vote for me?
Try bespoken?
No, I
Oh no,
actually
this was wrong. I think this was
voted.
probably wrong.
I voted for
No,
Alex.
this was right.
What?
Did he really just... Oh no, Sato would have called it, I guess. Huh. There might be a shifter.
If you're going to giggle, mute your mic.
What?
So, I'm gonna say 2 things on that. One, either the imposters are inexperienced and messed up that call because they would not have had enough time to get their kill cooldown back up as far as I can tell. It's 32 something seconds.
Sassy's already dead, so that's not the case.
So the thing is,
Hey!
something just to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
No.
That
That
kill cooldown only affects after you kill someone. The kill cooldown coming out of a meeting is always the same no matter what setting you have that on. First round kill cooldown is always 12 seconds no matter what the setting is, and then after that it's always the same. I don't know what the number is, but
No,
Okay,
you
but
can change that.
You can, but they still would not have had enough time.
oh yeah, that was insanely.
They
quick.
would have had to have delayed it by a good. You want to wait until your kill cooldown's almost up to do that. That
Right,
was way too fast.
Depending on what the meeting is set to, I don't know if it's 15 or 20 seconds for this, but you basically count to that point, and that's when you trigger it, just to get maximum time out of it. But yeah, that was very quick.
I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
subtle was it though.
I could see
It
that.
could
Oh
either
my
was
God,
a fluff.
Oh my God.
Like a very muffed up.
You're gonna get diabetes.
Sabotage or subtle was it.
Well, we also had
But I'm
a
still not 100. I don't think it was subtle that I ran past down there. It looked more like you, Ace, but.
Wait, didn't it have to be subtle because otherwise we would have lost one? No.
no because we
they
have
could have
5.
messed up their timing.
Oh,
on it.
oh.
We have 5. Yeah, we have 5, and that was very quick. That was like immediately out of the meeting.
Wow.
We had
That's insane,
the
Rob.
emergency, and
Absolutely
then that got
insane.
fixed like immediately. I don't know who was on the reactors, but damn good job.
That
with that
would be me.
Wraith,
I
do
vented
you-
over to get there.
Wraith, I have a question for you. Do you have the imposter achievement where you win by voting everyone out?
Not yet. I don't.
Okay, everyone vote Ace. Okay, guys, you're achievement, Ace.
It's Steeler and Daniel. Like,
What? I have the achievement. I don't need it.
He's gesturing so hard. Ugh, I wish we had dead chat. God. I want to talk to the dead people. Is it actually Ace? Like, he's not acting like it's him. Yeah, it's Ace.
Okay,
Nice.
Alex.
Yeah, where all the dead people can
What?
talk to each other? Like, that would be
So
awesome.
let me explain this to Wraith. You were at Vitals with me. right?
Vitales,
Okay.
indubitably.
And were you checking the admin table as well?
I was not. No,
Did
I
Brian
went
play?
to Vitals. I did both the tests right there, and then I went back on Vitals, and this was very recent, like instantaneous, basically.
Really? So this body is in lab at that and the toilets with the vent. It's like in like not tripping over words. It's
Wait, who
not
just died?
in at the vent.
That's suspicious, Ace, because I'm in the toilet center.
I'm trying to explain. It's not at the vent. It is
But you just
in
said
that.
it was in the toilets at the vent.
That's what, oh, sorry, I forgot to push it. That's why I was trying to correct myself because it wasn't.
He is
at
really
the
trying
vent.
to
It is,
throw
like,
this
in the
on
junction.
Wraith.
It's like as if they went to take a quick peek in the toilet area and got sliced. It's like it's in the junction, but it's at the doorway on the junction.
Here's the dilemma, Wraith. We could either go with vote Alex, who is clearly good, or we could vote Ace, who's clearly bad. And something tells me he likes the toilets. I mean, he's got toilet paper on his head. He's got a
You
plumber
like that
suit on.
toilet,
He's
though.
brown.
I mean, it's really weird though, because I've been around Ace like most
Yeah.
of the game. He's probably just been marinating the shit out of me.
See,
so...
I've just been voting Ace every time because I'm pretty much positive he ran through me after killing his specimen. I'm voting Ace. That's just me. Or you could vote Wraith. I mean, he
It's
clearly
evil.
wants to
No,
die.
here's the thing. Okay, so if it's not Ace, then I'm voting Daniel. That's it.
I mean,
Alex
it
is not
related to being on the vent where the fucking body
Is
has
this
been
just
like
Daniel? I don't
nearly
know.
dropped
Wraith?
off.
Oh
Wraith?
yeah. No, it's me.
Wait.
100% about me.
Wait.
I
Oh my god.
I'm voting.
Is
the only
Ace
guy here
actually
who's
gonna pull
bad,
this
so-
off?
Okay, so again, here's the thing, right? I knew Wraith was on vitals. I would not have killed and reported like that. Because I left him there. I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw
Okay.
Alex and Joe go
Good.
into the
Wait, are you trying to blame
specimen.
me?
No, that was on Dana. No, it was absolutely me. I was hoping Wraith was going back
Wow.
and forth between vitals and admin.
That was
and I could
a
get that
heck
kill
of
off
a
in time.
play.
Blame Alex.
That was a heck of a play.
I had to try something
Nice
because
try.
people were getting stacked up.
You were
People
like
are getting too
marinating
stacked
the
up.
shit out of
Seriously.
me.
Out of
Yes, I
seriously,
was.
I only killed one person that entire game.
Me.
I literally could not have been. I literally the one person I killed, nobody suspected me of.
Correct.
No,
that was my
not
kill
true.
he got voted for.
Not true.
Just
One
suddenly,
person
I was like,
didn't suspect you for it.
Yeah,
So-
you suspected me pretty much the
I-
entire game.
I was like, oh cool, I'm getting voted out, and
No,
then it came
I
out with
just
4
knew
votes
for a
on
fact I
something.
ran
Fuck.
through.
I thought Daniel had you,
Ace.
Ace. I thought he had you. I was right there, and then.
Oh no, like 100%. I knew it was Ace. But I was like, I'm not gonna push it because if I talk too much, I'll get voted.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? When I went in there, I was like, oh, I can go ahead and kill Scott, and that'll be fine because I walked past Subtle in lab,
Yeah, so
and then when I
early.
was in the airlock, I saw a name start clipping through the door, and I'm like, oh, that's Subtle. He'll be coming in after me. So when I heard the doors hissing, I'm like, I can kill Scott. Killed him. Daniel comes in. Fuck. Okay, now we're gonna try to do. Now we gotta try to pull off the whole shapeshifter thing. Oh, I know. I'll just say I'm in dropship because I'm done with tasks and I didn't need a hard to try
I
hard the
believe
vitals.
you, but it was interesting.
That was fun to watch.
Nice
Are we
try.
good with those?
It was really, really well pulled off.
You pulled it off on a few people though. Like a few people were like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, I was like, this is gonna be the
Seriously,
hardest
what
cell
the
ever.
first of you even suspect me? I like
Nothing.
I
We just were running out of time,
I
so
was
we
dead.
said shoot one of the people in the jumpsuit.
That was a panic
The
vote
only person I killed was Sassy, I think.
in round 2, and you got
Yes.
you got voted out for my kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
I
It's-
knew
it's
that
a part
Ace
of,
was
like, not
evil the
having
whole
enough of an
time.
alibi.
I said from the very first round, he is evil, and I know because I am too.
Are we waiting?
Yeah,
or
that
are
was
we
that
ready to
was
go?
true, obviously.
Are we good
Do
with
we-
those settings?
Interesting.
I think they were good.
Those settings were fine by me.
I'm gonna increase the crewmate vision back.
Also, by the way, the whole thing with the the whole thing with the kill cooldown, yes, it had just come off cooldown. It's 28 seconds no matter what, second round and 1. 28 seconds for the first kill no matter what the settings are.
Also, I was engineer on the first round.
Ooh, nice.
Must be
Never
nice.
actually used it.
I've never gotten this role.
That's the
I
whole point.
also never used the vet as engineer for sure.
I've never gotten this role. What do I do? How do I use this? Do I actually have? Yes, I do. Oh God! Oh God! He just died. I should have been counting. Fuck.
Okay, can I just say this was not Joe? Not Joe.
I can clear Alex for this.
Which Joe?
So
Joe.
Jojo.
No, Joe.
Are
he,
there other
he
Joes?
died like really early onto the round because by the time I got to vitals, he was dead. So, like I opened it, he's immediately dead.
I
I'm
am
lab
in lights.
doing the little test tube thing. I just clicked the button.
I'm in lights by myself. I just turned them on.
I'm standing at trash chute.
I'm just gonna say that somebody had the audacity to shut the laboratory doors in my face with VOD.
That was true. I
That
was
would
like,
be
well,
pretty
hell.
horrifying, wouldn't it, Vod? I would hate to be stuck in there with Wraith.
Stuck
No, we
out.
weren't even in there. Yeah.
Stuck out. We were both thunk. Oh, well.
They said we don't accept your cat around.
I
these
looked at the
parts."
door, I looked at VOD, I looked at the door, and then I turned my back to the door. I was not dealing with it.
I went on in.
I eventually went in. I got over it.
Until you moved on, you said science.
Exactly.
Better to have the door shut in before you're in the doorway than
So
actually on you.
we have no idea.
No.
We don't even know where he
Where was
is.
the body?
So
Okay.
Oh, Sassy found
I
it.
found
oh,
it.
Sassy.
Yes. I have the scientist role, and I checked the vitals thing right as soon as I got to the telescope in lab, and right then is when he died. So I left dropship and went straight to that, so that amount of time, and then he died, which is right after lights, I think.
So you called a meeting. You didn't.
No, I did find the body. He's right at the bottom of dropship.
Did anybody linger around?
Oh, Joe and I were like literally in the very top of dropship.
Yeah.
But like Unsettled was like the one to leave right before us. Like Joe and I were like standing up there while lights were off still. But
So you were
Settled had
still
already
in
left.
dropship?
Yes, Joe and I were standing there.
So
Kind of odd, but
Like
alright.
making out, I see.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
right? They're
That's
probably
not that
discussing what's for
uncommon.
dinner.
No, like he was doing the
I was
space
doing,
chippy thing.
yeah, navigation.
Yeah. And I was
That's-
just sitting there.
So this.
So,
Sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I was doing navigation, then the lights started to go off, so I just decided to stay up there instead of running around in the dark.
And Settle
So-
was like the one to leave last, but like right before us. Basically.
So it's most likely Ace, Leo, Wraith, or Vody. But
Or
we have
you.
no idea.
Vody got
mean, yeah.
to where
Whoa,
Vody
wow.
got to the
What
telescope about right
I
after I
see you,
did.
Scott. I know you're evil. I know you're evil.
Jeez.
Okay, so
I don't think I'm ever
imposters
going
just
to.
jump Scott?
That's the last time I turn the lights on.
Okay, I have a little bit of sauce on Wraith. Fuck that shit. I'm watching. I know, it's a miracle. Obviously, someone is not doing their job. Holy shiznit. The gang's all here. Okay, Joe's going to cams. You scared the shit out of me, dude. No! Ooh, that was good timing on that.
Oh, so
shit.
they just hate women. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Wait,
Uh,
okay, hold on. Alex was just with me in, like, the admin room?
That is where this is dead on vitals. Like right under
Okay,
vitals.
someone literally just blipped in for, like, a second, and then was, like, gone.
Excuse me.
And the only thing I can think of is they came in from... I'm just trying to give you as much information as I can here because I'm still on the table. So the only thing that makes sense is either she was at the, like the tail end of the other side of the room, but you said she's on vital, so that doesn't make sense. Wait, does
Like,
do you know if it counts in that hallway right below the button room? If that counts on sensor or not?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Then the only thing I think of is it came in from the lava side.
I think it only counts
Well, they didn't
meeting
come in
and
from lava.
meeting and the tasks things in there, and then admin is just the admin table. I think that's how that breaks down.
They did not come in from lava side because I came in from lava side, and I was standing there because I was singing my "I'm a Good Crewmate" song, and I saw Scott in lab, and I got scared, and I ran around the table so he couldn't kill me.
I was scared of you killing me. Oh, so you know this wasn't me
Okay.
though, because you saw me going into specimen and you ran out of lab.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have doubled back and killed him. So I
Probably,
definitely did
unless you did a super sick vent into admin, but Daniel was there, so
that
no.
would have
Yeah.
required
No,
some
I
ninja
would have.
shit.
I would have seen
Hey,
that.
Yeah. So this was not Scott. This was not
Yes.
Bobby.
Where do you go after lights?
Yeah, Ace, where'd you go after
Oh
lights?
fuck! Where did I go? What have I done?
Or like, where are you now?
Why
This
is
going
Gamora?
This is going to sound
How
so
is
bad,
Gamora?
but this is. I'm looking at my background, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at behind this tablet. Trying to piece together like Daniel's statement there, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of mindfucked me. Like
Was anyone?
trying to decode it used up everything I had for my short-term memory.
Okay, was anyone unaccounted for that would have been on the left side? Because Sassy
There were
died
3
on
of
the
you on
left
the
side
left.
near lights.
There were 3 on the left.
I was on the
O2,
right.
Dirty, and some.
I think we have to vote Ace. I think we have to vote Ace.
That's very
Okay.
wrong. That was very wrong.
Wow. Nice.
You guys, do you remember, I never play as imposter, right?
Man,
Why the
those-
fuck would I get
those-
2 in a row?
Those imposters are out to get.
Trying to decide. Man, I barely got to enjoy the scientist.
Nice.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because we don't know if we
Yeah,
fucking
he's
got an imposter
confirming.
out.
Because we had to vote on 6, so he's confirming.
And Daniel didn't.
Wait,
Wait,
confirming what?
how do we confirm anything?
Daniel
didn't what?
didn't. Daniel didn't fuck with the lights, and Joe called the meeting. So
Why would I mess with the lights?
if you were evil, you would have messed with the lights, probably.
Yeah, except there's only like, I don't know. I guess that could have worked.
Well, if you were evil and you had a partner, right?
Yeah, but like, yeah. Oh, I don't think
I mean, I
I've ever
don't know.
messed with lights before though.
I don't really have any new information. I'm gonna skip.
I mean, what does mess with the lights do? Just delay for kill cooldown? But that
Exactly.
but your kill cooldown doesn't go if you have the lights.
Yours
on.
doesn't, but if
It's
you have a
only if
partner,
you have a
they
partner,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that's
guys,
fair.
what are we? Why did we?
He's
So I
called
called
it-
this to confirm to see if we actually got an imposter out.
How would you do
But
that?
how do we?
Well, we have another
talk
shot
about
here,
it.
and we almost have to take it, right? Because
Okay,
Well, but I
here's
don't
my
understand
question.
how
'Cause
you're confirming.
here's my question, because I think I missed a piece of the information. So what was the key thing that we had on Ace?
Okay, my suspicion is that I
He
knew
just
Ace
steamed
was
your-
left side after lights.
yeah, he
And
was
he
the
did-
one who was unaccounted for. My
Yeah.
my other thought is there's a possibility. So I popped down for a second. I opened the admin door. I didn't see a report button. I went back up. VOD's still on the node. I go into admin full, and the body's there. So either
So,
So,
it's either
'cause-
you killed it, someone slipped past you, or I did.
or VOD did beforehand, and I didn't see the report button. Like it's a little bit further in.
Okay.
I'm terribly slow
And
at that.
the fact, I don't like the fact that VOD and Spaz skipped right away.
Okay. So
Why?
there's 4 of us
There's
that are
no-
potentially. So
wait,
Joe's the only one
okay.
we actually can clear on this then?
I think so.
So
Well,
it makes
this
more
round
sense to let
someone's gonna have
Joe
explain
lead
how we
then.
were supposed to be confirming because I don't understand.
Yeah, he's trying to
Well,
make
we,
sure that
we
the
have
ones
another
did
shot.
go have
We
sex.
have another
Confirm
shot.
was
There's,
the wrong word.
yeah, we have another shot. There's
Okay.
no reason not to take it. And I think, oh god, I don't know who's the safer shot.
Skip is the safest
Bless
shot,
you.
really.
I
But
think VOD.
I'll just keep doing.
Oh my god.
I don't think it was VOD, but
Why?
We just give the imposters a win.
You may have
Oh my god.
one of the two of them, right?
That's rough. That's rough. Oh man. Oh man. There he goes. don't know. I never know how important it is to get tasks done as a ghost, because it's like, I don't know. Once the tasks are all the way up like this, which I love, we don't really win on tasks most of the time. I don't know. I'll do my part. Okay, I want to see this. Must have been a partner call. I don't think Daniel would have called that on his own. There we go. Ugh, let's get... Jesus. Jesus. I mean, maybe it's actually Daniel. I mean, I think it's the same amount of tasks we always have. It's just because we've been dead so long. Has it been a minute yet? Okay, task done. I can finally stalk Daniel without worry of being judged. I have done my part. Oh! Self-report.
Okay, Wraith, where are you? Joe, where are you?
I'm on top right reactor, literally hands on.
I'm currently doing the bottom left node thing right outside of office.
Bottom left node thing right outside. Okay.
Where's
Just
the body?
ran past there, but I didn't see you. But okay. See, the problem is I can't confirm that either of you where you say you are.
Where's the body?
So Spaz is dead, like almost at the button.
Like in
Okay.
inside of
so-
office? Like in the meeting room or
No, seismic. Left side. So
oh, God.
I'm like really lost.
Wait. Spaz is dead on the top left side?
Yeah.
Then this has to be Daniel.
How does it have to be me?
Because I crossed Wraith in office. Okay, I saw Wraith coming out of top right specimen fucking
Yep.
forever ago.
Correct.
I got scared of him, so I was like running in front of him for the past like fucking 30
The only
seconds
person
or
I've
something.
seen is Wraith. I haven't seen you, Joe.
But I mean,
Did
Wraith saw
just
me.
recently see Joe.
Yeah,
So
in
unless this was a
admin.
fucking ridiculous.
So wait, where did you two cross paths at?
We left each other
The
in
button
admin.
room. Yeah.
I know, but at what point? Like how long ago?
It wasn't that long. I only really left because the
Yeah.
alarm went
When the
off.
reactor
Why
started
does it keep
going
doing
off.
that?
Yeah.
Reactor. Okay, if you guys left when reactor went off, you guys had plenty of time to go other places.
If it's top left.
This one's not me. I've
I-
literally not
I
been
think-
sussed at all for this. This is not me.
I think this is just Daniel, Joe.
The problem. Okay. The problem I have is that I checked vitals, and he wasn't dead like that much longer before reactor. And
Was
to
he dead?
get-
I didn't even see him dead.
No, I never saw
I don't know
death.
how long
That's
he's
why
been
I'm-
dead though. That's the thing.
I-
This
Well,
isn't me
I
though.
think we have to vote Daniel.
Wraith, if
This
you get
feels more like Joe. This is not me though.
Oh fuck no, it's not me.
It's not me, so I
This
think
is
this
literally not me though.
Well, it's either Wraith got an imposter.
If
or
this,
Victory.
yeah, I
Oh my
thought
god,
that this
I
was
couldn't
Daniel.
call a single
Oh.
sabotage. It
I'm
was just
sorry.
seismic after seismic, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Okay, so what I
I
tried
had
doing.
like I had 4 opportunities to kill someone when you guys were actually gonna be nearby and get away with it, but as soon as I went to call it, it was like seismic. I'm like, fuck!
I know. What I was trying to do was I was trying to time the seismic and the doors at the same time to where the doors are still locked. I call seismic, and then I relock the doors a couple seconds later to try to split people behind different doors to try to create opportunities there.
I had
But
to
at
take
the-
a gamble that the two of you weren't near each other. That they had no
Yeah.
other option. When you're down one imposter with 3 crew, it's so
Yeah.
difficult.
It really
Yes.
is.
I'm really shocked that one of you was bold enough to kill me right under the dropship.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that was
Daniel.
me, 100%. No, I ran out of dropship at the start of the game, called lights, went back up, stabbed you, just walked to Vital. I
Yeah.
was like, oh no.
I know.
Oh no, Settle's dead.
Oh no!
Bobby,
I was trying to play some mind games with Wraith there. I
Yeah.
actually killed
I came
Alex
up.
because I knew
I
you were
came
still
up
standing
past
there.
storage. I came up past storage as an imposter, saw the body, and went nope. And I just went to run straight back down towards O2, and I'm
Now,
like,
had I, like, if Subtle wasn't there and had I known Alex and Joe were up there, that would be like, perfect. Just walk up, double kill it, move on.
Also, we were talking in dead chat about how when it gets down to the last few, it gets so hard, especially with this group.
Yeah.
Does.
Oh my god, Vod. Seriously? Another 4. I'm gonna have to cut you off. Oh Jesus, I got it again. The universe loves me. Okay, Daniel is at the bottom of dropship. I actually am like the worst person to use this. Fuck.
Is it Daniel again? Is it dropship
What?
again?
I think I actually walked.
This was 100% dropship, but this wasn't Daniel. Alex?
I thought-
I'm at the weather node on the right, up at the top.
Okay, here's what I saw, right? Because, like, vision is very pinhole right now.
Right.
So, all I saw on my screen, I can't 100% say you did it, but this is what I could see, was, like, Joe was slightly above me.
Yeah.
Joe falls over, and as soon as he falls over, I see purple light up above me, and that's it. That's all I could see.
I thought I saw Subtle there.
Could be purple, could be blue.
I think I did walk past the body.
Not
for, like,
purple.
a
I'm sorry, pink. Not Spazzoid. Pink.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so you saw
I
the
was
steel
right
body?
behind Joe. And
Yeah,
I saw
like
you.
I saw Joe flop over, but as soon as he started to flop, I saw like Peek pop into the view,
Yeah,
which makes
that
me think
was-
that she killed because when you kill, you like jerk to the side. I don't,
No.
But her reaction to it was weird too. But like, Alex, I don't. You got bold.
That's
off your
not
husband?
really her type
I've
of
seen
play.
people jerking around on the screen all the time, dead or alive.
Hey, look, Subtle,
Hey,
Subtle,
man.
I don't need to know what you watch on your screen, okay? We're talking about a month.
I think there's like a little bit of lag here going on.
Okay, so here's the key thing. We got Alex, of course, reported the body. Joe, are we confirming Spaz was there or not?
Oh, I don't know about Spaz. I just missed.
Wait,
Okay,
where?
okay.
I'm pretty sure I was
Dropship?
in the area. I'm pretty sure
No,
I was in the area of
I'm-
the body because it popped because report. I think report popped up for like a split second while I was on my way to the weather node.
Okay, I
I'm
would
on the
say-
wires in the top left.
This feels like either Subtle or Daniel.
But I was,
There's
like,
no way this one was me though.
I don't.
That's what you said last
Okay,
round.
it's not that there's no way it was me, but I was below him and I would have had to have walked back up to kill.
Then I think it's Subtle.
I'm evil. It was me the whole time.
Under the, I was heading right for the weather node. Under the
No, Wraith said it was him. I
Okay,
guess
so-
it checks out.
I honestly, like,
Is this
I
on the
saw
way out
Subtle
of
there.
dropship?
It's out of dropship, yes.
I'm just worried that if we
Like
vote
at the ramp?
Subtle, it's just Alex getting one extra for this. That's my concern here.
Like at the ramp of dropship?
Okay, this
Yeah, like at the
this
ramp.
works for me. This works for me.
Okay.
So my sauce is, I guess, Alex. I don't know about Subtle. I didn't see him.
Subtle.
Well, the lights were out. So I don't think any of us could see anything. So-
The only thing I could see was pink and poor Joe's body.
I am a little sus of Alex because she is trying so hard to get Daniel Rossetto out that early. Ooh, specimen. I haven't been to specimen in forever. Okay, Spaz is on the temperature. Race. Spaz is being weird. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shit. Okay, we lost. Who is that? Subtle? No, that's not Subtle. That's Ace.
Oh my God, Alex!
I was
no,
literally-
Kinda sus.
This is not a report. It's not a kill report.
Sus.
It's not a kill report. I was on vitals. It's been
No.
dead for like 8 seconds or so. Where was it at?
So, okay. So, all right. No. Okay, so I went over to lights to see who did it, and I saw Leo there. Leo turned the lights on.
Correct.
I then left, went back to lab where I had tasks. I go in to the node area. I see Alex come out. Then I see the report button. Then I see Alex double back and go and report it. Like, and you saying it's 8 seconds old?
It's
This
not
is
always the
100%
bot or
Alex.
the
No,
streamer
it's
that
not.
gets killed.
It is
Yeah.
at least 8 seconds old. I
I
can
was-
believe a double back
So-
because
so
it's like,
Spaz,
oh,
you're
I
saying,
got to
like,
flash
she-
on my report
She
button.
killed, walked away, and then you think she doubled back and then reported it.
Yeah, because she saw me coming.
Oh my God,
And
you
like,
won't
I
even
saw her, then I saw the report button.
Literally won't even listen.
Is this in
Okay,
labs?
Let's hear Alex. Yes.
I have been in decontamination the entire round. I did Simon Says for the second game in a row, and then I had a little thing where you put the gems in the little basket thing, whatever.
Sorting.
I came up to
Artifact
lab,
sorting.
and then I was like looking around just to like check. Like I checked the med scan, and then I checked the toilet area, and then I saw his body, and I obviously didn't see anyone going the decontamination route. So I was looking to the left-hand side to see if there was anyone coming around, and then of course here comes fucking Scott, and then of
Okay,
course he
okay,
just accuses me.
okay.
Because
We
why
can
not?
we can prove if you're lying real quick. Sassy, did you see Alex? Because I saw you go.
When-
I didn't see Sassy.
Okay, no. When I went into specimen, you were doing the sorting task.
Sassy, are you currently in specimen still?
Wait, how are you in specimen?
I
didn't
did.
see you.
I walked through you and did the numbers thing. Yes, I'm in
Okay,
specimen.
I have a lot of information. You are still in specimen.
Yeah.
There are 2 in electrical. Who is that? I know there are
Okay.
2 up in
We
electrical
got 10
/ security.
seconds left.
I know.
I mean,
It's fine.
It's
It's
7.
7.
I was up there a while ago, but not currently.
I really think it's
Like
Alex.
extremely recently.
Like,
It's
they're
7
pushing,
guys.
Okay, I'm just saying, Daniel and Scott are pushing so fucking hard on me.
I believe you, Alex, that it's not you because you would have been hanging around in that area for
I'm
a
just
long
keeping
time
it,
around your
man.
kill.
I'm done. I'm holding
Oh.
it, kid.
I am not sure. Fuck.
Okay, so I got 2 things, and I'm pretty sure one person's going to speak up about one of those things, just because I know, but before we get to that. If Alex had done the kill, she would have been in that area around the body for so long. And a killer, nobody in this group would do that.
Okay,
Unlike,
Okay, and so, but
biggest
why-
thing. Okay, hold on. The biggest thing I could think of, the biggest possibility, is that the other killer was up in that area, and either Alex was the other killer who didn't make that kill, which I think is a low possibility, or while she was just making her rounds around there, a kill happened in the middle of her rounds, and then when she was leaving, She realized there was a flash of a report button, went back to check it, and then that is what you ended up
Yeah.
witnessing.
So
I've
Alex,
been a victim of that
why?
multiple
Wait.
times.
I want to hear from Alex. Why didn't you report it?
Why would I not try to see who the fucking killer is if they're just like hanging around?
I have chased people myself
Why would
too.
I literally not do that? I'm just reporting a body with literally nobody around, and I know for a fact that nobody was the other direction.
Also, where was the body at exactly? Was it in the corridor between lab, bathroom, and?
No, it
like
was close to telescope. Yeah.
It was okay. It was up in telescope, probably
Right.
like
Kind
by
of to the
by
left
the
of it a little
vials.
bit. Oh, left of it a little bit. But yeah, it's.
I am so
It's
Okay,
in
yeah,
that room.
that would
Left
from
of
what Alex said. She said she checked the bathroom, she checked the med bay. If she's leaving from med bay and going to leave labs,
Going left side, yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't go above the table by telescope and the
It's
vials
metagaming,
and come
though,
back
so I
down.
can't really say
Second thing
that.
is, Wraith, do you want to say something?
Yes, I am evil. I've killed all of them.
You are the body. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was down by the weapons when the round ended.
Okay. Before that, I was hoping that you would end up saying that you're engineer or something like that, because I've seen you come out of that little corridor behind the bookcase where the vent is in admin, and then as I was putting up the wires task right there at the end of the meeting, you disappeared on my screen, which could be a latency thing, or you went to vent in front of me blatantly to show me that you're an engineer.
Whoa, Wraith was
I
with.
would never.
Wait, at the end of this last round?
At this round right here, as I was
Wraith
in the
was-
meeting room.
He was
This round
with
here,
me
I'm
in
with
weapons.
Sassy, currently in weapons.
We were both doing weapons.
That was not.
So that was latency. That was fine. But I still swear I saw you at least came from that area where the vent is.
I was
at the
saying, to be
bookcase.
fair, even I walked down there and checked that, but
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I feel like this might be Scott. It might be Scott or Daniel.
I
Why
think,
is
I think,
my
the,
name
I
getting
think the
thrown
three of
into
you.
this?
That's me so
I
much.
think the three of you are all throwing each other on the bus, and it's none of you.
I think it might be Steelers. Because I didn't get to finish my freaking weapons. There we go. Subtle's dead. Is he the person I just saw go into weapons? Must not have been. Oh, subtle and spaz.
Okay, I was really contemplating pressing the button there, because I saw both of them dead at one vitals.
2 people are sitting in lab for an awfully long time.
That is not me.
Wait, who just said that was
No.
not them?
Ace or Jeff.
Okay, but Ace, where?
I went did weapons. I saw Sassy over there. I did my shooting, my weapons. I left. I fixed the lights. Then I left from there. Went. My path was south around storage, but north of comms to admin room, where I looked on vitals and saw them both dead. I went to go push the button. I'm like, I'm gonna check admin, try to see where they're at. As I was leaving, body was found. That was my entire.
You're not the only person referred to as body,
Okay,
see?
so here's... I'm at a bit of a dilemma here, because we do have to vote here. So,
Wait, where's Wraith and Sassy?
Spaz always thought it was Steelers.
Right. Wrong.
Steelers thought it was Spaz. Clearly it's not.
Wait,
Spaz is dead.
can I ask a
Ace did
question?
everything he could to clear Alex. Just go ahead, Sassy.
Wraith, did you see Steelers on cams?
I did not see Steelers on cams.
So I walked past you when you were going down, and I went up, and I saw Steelers coming out of that area where there is a vent.
Wait,
Oh.
why
This
are
just
you
points more
pushing
towards
me?
Alex to me, but
Wait, why are you pushing this on me? Okay, at this point, quite frankly, if you're pushing this shit on me, one of you is fucking guilty, because it's like actually so not even me.
okay. Wraith, Sassy, here's my other problem, is Ace is doing everything he can to clear Alex, which
Yeah.
I
makes me
just
think
have
that it's
been a
both
victim
them.
of these poor circumstances, and so I don't want
I
someone
mean,
to be
we
picked
all
off
have,
on.
but you-
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
But,
I
like,
just
I just feel like it's Ace and Alex.
Oh my god, you're being actually.
I am incredibly confused because the groupings in my head, right? The pairings I had were Daniel and Scott, and Steelers and
Right.
Ace,
But Scott's dead.
and
Well, at
Scott's
this
dead.
point, I almost think it's Sassy and Daniel because, okay, quite frankly, Daniel was pushing this really hard on me in the beginning.
I only
and-
pushed it the one because I saw you blip
Well,
over as he fell,
I
but
saw
you
you-
can't blame me for that, Alex, because all I could see is your legs pop into
Wait,
view
okay,
as
I
a
don't
body
think I
falls
disagree,
over.
But I'm just saying you were literally right there. So I kind of thought it was Sassy.
Sassy,
Hey,
who did you
Daniel.
vote?
And Wraith,
Sassy,
but
who did
I
you
voted-
vote?
Steelers.
I just voted
Steelers.
Alex.
Sassy. I'm voting Sassy. I'm voting Sassy.
I voted Alex
Oh my
because
God.
this is 3 bodies that she's been here.
That
is
is
it.
fucking go. Let's fucking go.
What a
Was
tragedy.
Was that it?
What?
That's a travesty. A real travesty.
Are you shitting me? Wraith!
What a travesty.
I had an inkling that it was actually Daniel from the kind of like.
Oh my god,
By the
Alex,
way,
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't
Hey,
have
hey
enough.
Wraith, did you have that achievement where you have them vote themselves out?
I have not, no.
Well, hey,
Wait,
guess
was
what?
it
Now you
Daniel?
got that achievement.
Wait, was it Daniel?
Oh yeah, it was me.
Yeah, it was Daniel and I.
It was Daniel and
Yeah,
Wraith.
yeah. I
You
will
looked
say
so
this.
sus, Alex. I'm so sorry.
Hold on. Here's
You
the
really
best part,
did, though. You really
Oh,
did.
I definitely did see her in cameras. Yeah, she was 100% in cameras.
Son of a
Do you know
bitch.
what the funniest part about that whole first kill, though, Alex? I was standing there next to Joe, just vibing. Wraith comes running up the throat and keeps going, and I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
what?
I admitted it at the end of the meeting. I'm like, I'm evil. I
Like,
did
he
it.
straight up
You've
said,
been
"I
saying
killed
that
them all." You
forever.
did kill them all. I didn't kill anyone except
I
Sebastian
killed all of
Kidd.
them at that point.
I figured
I
it was
only
evil in the
stabbed
sense of every
Smash
villain is lemons, so it's.
I was like,
That's it for me tonight.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Hi, buddy.
I got 3K points, so I went to buy the.
that was
Night.
good games,
Good
guys.
night, everybody.
GG.
It was
night.
great to play with you.
Yep, laters.
Oh, the old man is put to sleep now.
in here, dog.
Yeah, get you some sleep. That was great. I freaked out because I was like, oh my god, Wraith, you're gonna get me killed.
Holy
And
shit.
then Alex
Sorry.
just reports it, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
I was near Wraith towards the end, so I was like, oh, he's fine. He's fine.
Oh yeah, I killed Subtle up by I killed Subtle at the very top right, and then I went and I vented all the way down to the bottom left, and then I ran up O2 and came up that way.
Jesus. Wow. That was. Wow. Just. I feel schooled.
Oh, and I killed Vod while everybody was in
Feels
Yeah,
like
are we still playing or are we going?
Yeah, I think we're still. I think let's hold out. Tony, are you jumping?
I'm he.
You're
Hey,
eating.
howdy.
I'm not eating. I'm he.
He. Oh, yeah, you're in here.
Confused about that cube thing. I was able to just turn it on,
Wait,
and that was I was able to
Tony,
just
I
go
don't
turn it on.
see you.
I don't see you
So
in here.
there's
Tony.
there's a mirror cube and there's also a
Well, I'm
Polus
not
cube.
in the game, but I'm he.
But
Ah.
I was
You
able-
doing-
I was able to just go turn it on and enable getting experience for it or whatever it was.
So
Yeah.
you may have already purchased the Polus cube previously, so you
I
already
didn't
had it.
purchase anything. I've never purchased.
Well, not like money purchase, like being
Right,
purchased.
it's just at the main menu. It's 3K beans, which you earn in game. So you
I
may have
never used,
previously.
this is the first I even knew.
Hmm.
Okay,
I've never
so
used it
is it
before.
is it mirror cube that you have active right now, or the Polus cube?
Let me go look.
No, you can
No,
you can do
no,
that
you
in
do it
game.
in game. You do it in the lobby, not
Oh,
out.
you do?
Yes. If you come in here and then you go to use the costume thing
There's a
on the
little
right side.
wardrobe.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
I've
gonna
got-
be the 4 cubes in the
I like
in
this
the
one.
right corner where it's like blue, green, yellow, and red.
hold on. Looking in the wardrobe. I will the 4. Yeah, mirror.
Why aren't there any green?
Yeah, there's a
fuzzy...
Polus cube. There's an additional Polus cube at the main menu that you have to buy
Earmuffs.
for 3K beans. So there's the mirror cube, which is like free for everybody, and then if you just play
Oh,
enough,
there they
you get
are.
the Polus cube.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's multiple paths and stuff like that. There's multiple cubes that you can get. I had to go back to the main
What do you
menu. 'cause
get?
I-
What do you get for?
Fuck! I'm
We
so
still want two
close.
imposters.
Completing these.
and everything.
What do you get for using? For completing
Tony's
these
Tony's
cubes?
getting in.
you can
Oh,
unlock stuff
sweet.
like the outfits and stuff like that. So there's the currency. Like I have literally 999 of the points for Mirror Cube, so I can go ahead and I can purchase the additional outfits and stuff like that. And you just build yourself along the pathway to get what it is that you want. And that's it. It's just it's a way to unlock additional cosmetics and stuff like that. Some of them are like nameplates.
I'll probably just try to get everything. That's how I roll.
I like my knife too much to switch any of the headgear.
Do you remember the horrible moment when I lost my ears and you lost the knife, and then Joe just always ran around with the knife in his head
Yes.
just to torment you?
Yes, that was horrendous.
Oh
Awful.
yeah, you got your knife back, Sassy?
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
I guess I did notice that. but I
Machete
didn't
to the
notice
head.
it.
Don't
Are
call
we?
her
Are we
machete,
still away from the-
Machete.
Oh no, are we ready to go?
Machete.
Yeah,
I've gotta
Tony, you
exit
good?
the queue.
Yeah.
Hold on, gotta exit the queue.
Oh yeah, if you're still customizing in there, it's fine. You just whatever you have
okay,
currently
I'll
selected.
let you know when I've.
Oh wait, it's fine.
It's literally not letting me purchase some that are right next to something I've already purchased.
Do you have enough points for it?
Yeah. But it says the thing is locked. Still says the
Is
thing
it
locked.
blue or is it yellow?
It's
Like,
yellow.
can you still see the price underneath it?
The colors don't matter.
I can still see the price. Yeah, I can see the price. I click on it. It says locked, and it's right next to. It's directly connected to something I've already purchased.
Oh
wait, never mind. I did.
Yeah, I was about to say. If it says locked, it means that it is too many steps away.
Okay, never mind. I thought I had purchased. I guess I only thought I had purchased it.
Are we ready to roll?
I believe so.
Roll it.
Almost.
Oh, never mind.
Psych.
Spending all my points.
You have no idea how many times in game I try to scroll my mouse wheel to try to zoom in and out, and it's just like, oh right, that's how this is.
Sometimes.
One of these days, Ace is gonna scroll his mouse wheel, zoom all the way out to see the whole
We're
entire
good?
map, and be like, "I am God."
I'm ready. Is anybody not ready?
Now we all good.
We good. We Gucci.
Gucci
Good
made.
luck.
Gucci. Wow. That's expensive.
We have 8 players now, right?
No, I think we got back up to 9.
Tony joined.
Oh, Tony joined.
I don't know if I've ever actually played with Tony. Wraith. Nothing is messy, okay. Subtle and Jeff, who seemed to be waiting for each other.
I'm buttoning to say these killers have no balls.
What?
Not a single kill in that first light? Are you kidding me?
Hey, look, man, I was trying to find somebody to go to the bathroom with me. I was gonna off them in a stall, but look, it just didn't work out. What do you want from me?
You
man?
have a reputation in bathrooms, okay?
These are hard times. These are hard, trying times, you know? With COVID restrictions and everything, it's hard for us killers to get close to people.
And your
I
issues
get
with
close and they
bathrooms.
hold out a mask, they're like,
As
put a
much
mask
as
on.
as much as I commiserate, like the lights were off, my dude.
Well, just because the lights are up doesn't mean they can't still feel me breathing down their neck. What if they get
I
close?
see you voting me imposter.
I'm seeing in the dark.
Oh, I don't know the imposter footage you. I mean,
I don't know what you want from me.
Fucking button for no goddamn reason.
Right? Like I said, we kill this man. Make an example of him to the rest.
You know what? This would have been a great night to try out one of the mods. Damn, I didn't even think about it. Shit. That's disappointing. We could have tried out one of the mods. Just gonna hide down here till the lights are on. Yay! What am I doing? Oh my god, so much over here. They're gonna vote me because there haven't been any kills. This is my MO. But I really am just being a good noodle. I haven't even seen anybody, which is a little weird. A little concerned. Monitor tree. Don't like sitting here. Really? Saddle. This is strange. Oh. My tests are done! Awesome. A spaz. Two, three electrical. Yeah.
That's what I
okay.
like to see. Killers
Wait
with
a
some
minute.
gumption.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why were two people standing next to the body?
Because I ran up, I saw that there was a body, I wanted to stand on top of it. Short Frog was directly behind me as we were running up to it, and he also just ran up and stood next to the body. We were staring at each other. You know, it was a
like
funeral
holes.
ritual.
The holes are nice.
So
I
which,
like.
which
know about
one of
holes.
you, Sherlock? Which one of you is Holmes?
Well,
Oh.
holes, so I'll be holes.
Oh.
No.
Good movie. Good movie.
Good movie.
Shia
Good
LaBeouf.
movie.
Do you also spend a lot of time
Okay,
in the
okay,
faith?
where was everyone? Where was it?
Oh, hiding.
I'm-
currently
Well,
left
I'm
side.
currently on a journey standing on top of each hole, so right now Joe has seen me on my most recent one, so.
I am on the admin table.
I just came up through O2 lights out and straight across the top, and I found the body directly by it's the gas thing.
So this
Left or right
kill
side?
this kill happened like basically right after lights. I was on vitals and I saw him die. And then ran to lights, then ran and saw Wraith and Short Fog. I guess they're trolling, I don't know. Right on the body.
We had been there for literally less than 3 seconds. Like it was.
Okay.
I blame Wraith. He was the one on the body.
It was-
Who's in O2?
Right now,
I
that's
am.
me. I think I'm pretty sure I saw you. You were heading towards the tree, and then I was in the room where the trash chute is. So my blip is going to be what Sassy sees right now.
Okay.
I've just seen somebody
Yeah.
in there for a while, so I was like, I figured that's where the body was, to be honest.
I
Joe
was
was
in there for a
literally
while
on the
with
edge of
Joe.
my vision.
Yeah, I was in there while the lights were off, though.
Yeah, I saw two
Yeah.
people in there
Yeah.
when lights were off.
And so Spaz and I ended up opening up the top doors, got into lights. I fixed the lights. Like last time, you know, he supervises. He does a very good job supervising. And so yeah. So
Well,
it's
geez.
actually better if two people don't try to do the lights because then you just trip up on each other.
Yeah, I normally guard when I see somebody else at lights.
Yep. Oh yeah. If I'm not there first, I sit back.
Tassie says she's guarding, but in reality, she's just sharpening her knife.
I've never killed at lights. I don't think.
That
Maybe.
anyone lived to speak about.
Psh. Okay, I have nothing to do. Like, the shit. Dropship. Whoa. Okay, no, I see how it works now. Spaz? Alright. Ace, Joe. This is a really, really weird round.
Okay. Who just fixed the lights?
What's up?
Me, Alex, and Sassy are here.
Yep.
Do you want to run with Coke on or something?
Also, finish your test.
I mean,
Technically,
maybe.
I'm up
Be done
there
with
too, but not.
I wasn't sure how much longer you wanted to stay.
Did anybody see
I'm getting tired.
Daniel in the dark?
No. I mean, how would you see me in the
We will
dark?
have
I
a long
left
day
out
tomorrow,
of office on
What?
the left
So
side
I'm
with
getting tired, but
Spazoid,
we will also have a long day tomorrow.
I know.
but then I went back to my
I'm
hiding
okay
spot.
with- I can call this LG if you want.
Okay. Then I won't make you run with
No,
Coke.
no.
Okay,
You
that's
might
good.
be right. I don't remember.
Okay, Wraith and Short Fog.
Short Fox still standing on his hole.
I got my hole.
Which
I
one?
tried to find. I bought a pie.
You don't just ask a man which hole he's
Come
standing
on!
in.
It's
What the
right
heck?
under the
Yes,
right
read
under
the
the meeting
move.
table. Right under the meeting table button.
Okay,
thing.
Weeb Club then. Or no, the
No, it's
The
the one
water-
right
So
underneath
wait,
my button.
where are you, Wraith?
I mean, you can ask Spazoid. He literally looked at me
I
like
don't think I've
7
actually used-
times or so.
We were having a staring contest, Short Fog and I.
He blinked.
Okay,
He lost.
so I'm on Vitals, and Ace was literally on Vitals with me, and someone fucking killed him in the dark.
Who would
Like,
do
on
something
top
like
of-
that? That is a terrible
You mean
play.
exactly what Wraith did the other
A
game?
real
Like,
man would-
literally?
That makes me sus of Daniel because I did see
He's a
Daniel in that
coward.
cluster. There were it was you. It was like Daniel was in that cluster at one point.
What,
That
which
makes me
cluster?
sus of Daniel.
I wasn't in that
Vitals.
cluster though.
Mm,
No, I wasn't in that cluster. I walked in
No,
the
that
room,
was-
ran straight past. That wasn't me. I literally
Oh,
ran through the room, Spazoid, bumped into you at the door that was closed on the left side. You opened it. I followed you out as lights were getting called. I ran straight to my hiding spot.
This
So
game confused
who
me.
isn't done with tasks? Also,
Where I stayed.
I'm totally
someone
done with
is,
tasks.
Like 1 or 2 tasks away. Please finish your task.
So is it possible that Joe just killed and then self-reported it? I don't know. That's kind of odd.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
I have nobody who
where
else
I
who witnessed
stayed.
this.
Unless it's short frog. Short
If
frog.
anything, it has to be one of Short Fog or Wraith, I don't know.
I mean, that's
I'm done to kill Wraith. Or short fog. I don't care which.
maybe I just hang out in Weed Club, yeah? We might as well. There's nothing else we can do. Nobody's watched enough Chilled Chaos to know what this means. The Weeb Club. No, Spaz. Stay with us. Daniel, Spaz, and Joe. Well, I'm pretty sure that's everybody. Yeah. You know what?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna watch cams.
I don't know who either. Or why.
Okay, Joe and Steelers are there. Oh my god.
So I have a picture. I have a picture to share real quick to explain what.
No, it was me and
what kind of
you and Tony.
Yeah. So
I didn't know what
I'm
to
just
do.
gonna
Tony
share
was
this
just
picture.
chilling on vents, so I was like, I'm just gonna run in circles.
Go for picture.
into the
So
vents.
sorry.
I've literally got imposter 3 games in a row, and I'm just kind of fun with it.
I felt bad that I got imposter because it wouldn't be bad if I was.
I haven't
gonna
got
sit
imposter in
standing
like
on vents.
2 weeks.
Dude, how
Like
do you
it's been
guys-
forever.
How you guys only kill 2 people before they all get their tests done?
Because we
Tony
weren't trying.
Because
Jay
one of them was
chilling.
killing, and the
One
other
of us,
was.
I was the only
standing
one who
on
killed
holes.
anybody, and then I just kind of gave up because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's
Shout out to Rusty for being my.
I
jet set
literally, okay, I stopped running in a circle at one point, and I ran back into office. I looked down, and I for a second see 3 of you stacked down there in like the admin room, and I'm like, this is bullshit. So I just left.
We were hanging out in a Weeb Club.
Yeah. Can you guys just look at the party games chat real quick?
Yeah.
Shout out to Rusty for being my dead buddy there.
Joe,
I literally.
did you like the little? Okay, Joe was sitting on it, and I'm like, I really hope one of them isn't just standing there watching
And
the
I
other's
was
back.
watching- And I was watching vitals the entire time I was dead after I finished my tasks.
I just ran by. I killed. Here was the best part, though. I killed Ace, and Joe just stood there for what, like 5 seconds before he
It was
hopped
like
off and
6
reported
or
stuff.
7. Yeah, you were.
He's just like, he's like, Ace is
doors.
dead, but Ace is on vitals with me, but Ace is dead on vitals, but he's at vitals with me, and then it's kind of like, oh, wait a minute.
Also, this
So
was the
there
second
must
time
hold
I-
on. So, sorry, there must have been desync because I only like I
Who
was
is
watching.
live?
I was on vitals, but I was looking at
Rusty
the
Chicken
thing
and
through
Darth
the
Unicorn are
kinda
still live.
transparency, whatever.
Well,
And like I saw
it
him
is
drop,
Darth
and I
Unicorn's
closed
turn.
vitals and I reported it. It wasn't instant, but it wasn't more than like 2 seconds or something.
Oh, I don't know,
Daniel-
man, 'cause I
Daniel
started
made
counting
his
right
way.
after I killed you. I literally sliced him, and just was like 1, 2, 3.
I had
I'm like,
ghost
I got-
vision. Daniel
I
was
got
at the
fucked.
doors of lab by the time it was.
Yeah,
before
nah,
the
dude,
time I
I
was
Yeah,
reported.
that's weird. But then I just like I saw the animation of him
Excuse me.
dying right
This
on
is
top
the
of me, so
second-
I popped
This
off
is
and
the
reported it.
second time that I was killed in the middle of the refueling task.
Sorry.
Good games, guys.
I literally just kept I like anytime I killed someone, I just immediately ran to a hiding spot and just stood there, and I was like, okay, this is fine.
Good night to everyone who's getting off.
Yep,
later.
I gotta
Well,
go
take
too.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
See ya.
Alright, my Skittle Squad. I need to go. I have a long day tomorrow. Lots of stuff going on. So, I need to get to the right link here. No wonder it looked funny. There we go. Alright. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been a blast as always. We are going to raid the Darth Unicorn. Because it's her turn. Last time I raided Rusty Chicken. So, we'll be back on Wednesday with some... Yeah, I got stuff to do tomorrow, man. I gotta get up in the morning. We'll be back Wednesday with some more solo games, getting back into that after a couple weeks of Labyrinthine, and then of course next Friday for party games. So I hope everybody has a good night. Sauce, don't be too busy. No, it's not work. I got like actual like life stuff to do. I'm not calling in sick to life. But I hope everybody has a good night, and we will talk to you later.